You silly, baby. You silly, baby. You know that? She keep talking about how you swap a dime out for a penny. Then she turn around and swap the LeBron out for a rookie.
What up, DC?
You can't talk that slick shit to me, baby. I be having these nightmares though. I wake up shaking and shit. So I just hold my son. But when he ain't there, I just hold shorty. But shit, when she ain't there, shit get dark. Yeah. Dog, if it was up to me, you would've waited for me to say goodbye. I seen your mom and she held on to me. She strong as hell, but dog, I still see the pain in her eyes. Your son just turned 5. Yeah. Hey, I seen niggas post RIPs, pictures all on the T's. Never questioned how many of them was checking up on your seed. I mean, hey, who am I to say? I never count they pay. I only lose count when I count my days. AI shit, the braids was backwards. A nigga practice, streets crazy, straps on the body like straight jackets. You fucking deadbeat, I found the way, daddy. Seen so many people cross me, the cross on my face tatted. Fuck a role model, I'm a soul child. They wanna brag about who they friends met. My boy met God, what's realer than that? I ride by the street where he died, tried to relive this shit like if he just Mom ain't get how I would act some days. One time I had explained how many people you can hit up that's from back the day. Well, I'm half your age and half of us already passed away. Can't imagine pain, you had no class reunion, sad to say. I could've been making the average pace, said fuck that, bitch I'm a grown man. Never been one to hold hands, unless we was slow dance, We been in top 3, they ain't give rappers no chance. She twerk on me, ladder in my pocket, that's her pole dance. Questioning how I think, but am I wrong? You go to 10 weddings in 1 year, you'll start thinking about having your own. So imagine back-to-back funerals for so long, you'll start thinking about what happened if you was going honestly.
Can't go back to the old me. I dropped a tear from my woody. My nigga died with the chopper like Kobe. Caught my nerd to some Jodeci, Off-white belt looking like caution tape. Praying that them lawyers do some magic, Penny Hardaway. Whole hood shift with certain niggas die. Ops buried next to you, we step over him, Allen I. Don't ask me why I'm teary-eyed. Nigga, you should be here, see his son when he go to prom. Thinking I should tear these niggas up while I load this 9. I'm just trying to beat the odds. Nightmares is in my palm, felt so real. I left a nigga holy, got him close with God. Different vibe, my niggas in the mountains. I'ma take the ride, he did 11. Fucking with that white girl, Della Dime. Beam green like that close friend shit. Birdie mama still doing hair, that mean you still could get your wig split. Shuddy, I be killing it, her grandma thinks she innocent. She catch it with her tongue out, man I call her Milo Timberland. I go from smacking a zoo bell to front and back, I'm smacking all on you girl. She smoking to that juice world. I don't even smoke, but I might smoke you. Where I'm from, you die, your ops is laughing in the comments when they post you. Different times, sometimes I be thinking how I'm still alive. He getting high, youngin' in his bag, he wanna steal and rob. We watching Friday, all in the kitchen, told him get a job. Was on his day, now he smoking weed, call that shit haram. I feel the money coming, got an itching palm. Certain shit can make you laugh, but it can make you cry. You could see a turd fall, but you won't see it dry. Noodles with no cable wasn't much, but it's gonna get.
I'm just trying to get a peace of mind. Make money, increase the grind. Just know that I'm good as long as I know that all of my people fine. You can never compete with time. Tell America cease to fire. Just cause I'm black don't mean that I'm strapped. And if I am, just look where I'm at. But it's too hard here, I can't sign that.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. It's Monday, the day after the weekend. I saw a post the other day that said, I work 5 days straight just to have 48 hours off. That's bullshit. We need an extra day in the weekend, and you wouldn't know if you just changed it. That's Sunday, Saturday to Sunday.
Saturday too?
Saturday too. Because some days you need a repeat of Saturday. Okay. You feel me?
I'm just leaving how it is at this point.
You wouldn't know though. Like literally, you wouldn't know if they would have come out with a presidential decree today
to change the calendar.
Saturday is Saturday 2, Saturday and Saturday 2, then Sunday.
At this point, you sounded strange.
I'm sounding
You're
strange.
just trying to add stuff to stuff. It's not broke. If they want extra days off, then
What?
find another occupation to give you the 4 and the 3. I'm just saying, I don't want to change what's already there.
Huh?
Yeah, it's there.
So you don't want to change nothing that's already here.
Not this calendar. I just got used to this as an adult.
So why not change it to give us an extra day?
No.
An extra day of bliss.
People always want
Need an extra day of rest.
Did you pay for it?
Would I pay for it? Why would I have to pay for an extra day of rest?
The same reason why we got paid for a lot of stuff. No. Leave it how it is.
What the hell's wrong with you? That's that media coming
So
out.
which day starts the week for you? Sunday or Monday?
Sunday.
All right. I just need to know where you was at.
Oh, you a Sunday start the week person.
Sunday definitely
Sunday
starts the week.
Oh, okay.
Is it Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
I
Saturday?
mean, I'm a Monday start the week person.
Oh, Monday starts your week? So Sunday ends your week.
Yeah. Yeah, Sunday end the week. I'm a Sunday weekender. It don't start the week.
Look at my face. Like I don't.
We can't see you.
Yeah.
Y'all can't see me?
No.
The TV ain't on out there?
No.
There go the remote. Grab the remote. Turn the TV on. Power.
It's on.
Right? Turn it to the arrow over. Right? Just tap it.
Oh, there
There
we
you go. There you go. See? You happy now?
Hi, Michelle.
Mondays are definitely hard.
I-
It's the worst day of the week. Especially if you had a nice weekend.
Mondays is the worst day of the week if you have to work on Mondays. I don't think that Monday is the worst day of the week for people who work Saturday. I work Saturdays. So Sunday and Monday is kind of sort of my weekend.
Good morning, Dante. He said, oh, it's going to be some arguments today.
Dante, we done already been over here.
Yeah, she tripping.
We done already been arguing without the mics on.
Oh, she tripping. I don't even want to talk about that.
I shocked the shit out of him with something I just said.
I don't even want to talk about that.
Yo,
I don't even want to talk about it.
yo, he's crazy.
Y'all are crazy. Anyway, share this live one time for the one time, man. It's CMPRadio.net. This is the morning meeting, and the topic of today's show is I've taken all I can. I can't take any damn more. Wow. There's so much.
That's a long title.
That's a long
or
title.
Topic.
You remember Popeye used to say that after he get beat up, I've taken all I can. I can't take any more, and he would eat the spinach. You don't remember that?
No, I don't remember.
Yeah,
him
he
saying
said all that.
I don't remember him saying.
But he said it in his Popeye way of saying, I've taken all I can. I can't. Like, that.
I said.
I don't know how he said it. I can't say it.
I said.
Yeah, because I don't remember.
You don't remember Popeye saying that shit?
I am what I am.
All I,
What?
all I remember is Popeye.
I've taken all I can stand. I can't stand no more. Right? Popeye used to say that shit.
That was Popeye saying that.
Who else was it?
I am what I am. What I can't. I don't know Popeye talk like that, bro.
I don't remember Popeye
That's
saying
all I can stand because I can't stand no more. Right? There it
That's
is.
not what you just said.
I know
And
I didn't
don't
say- I'm
remember
not-
him saying
And
I
when
can't
did
stand
Popeye
no
turn
more.
into a Mexican? Like, why he sound like that?
He's a
What was
pirate.
Popeye?
Like,
A
you
pirate.
What was
sound like-
Popeye?
A pirate, right?
Yeah, but why couldn't he be a Mexican pirate?
He was white in the Navy. He wasn't no pirate. He was like a Navy person. A sailor. Popeye the sailor, man.
Popeye the sailor man. There it is. There it is.
You know what?
But that's the topic of today.
Keep my streak alive.
Thank you,
I don't
Dante.
hear-
Appreciate you.
He
Appreciate
don't want
you,
to hear
good brother.
Juan's mouth.
You don't want to see what?
He don't want to hear Juan mouth.
Juan P's mouth. Nah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. So what you do this weekend now?
I had to work Friday and Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
and then Sunday I just, chilled. I went to an engagement via FaceTime. Congratulations to my brother.
You got engaged?
He got engaged.
That's awesome.
I'm very proud of him, and it's just like, sometimes we try to make puzzle pieces fit that don't fit,
Right.
and then God shows you different. And once your puzzle is complete, you don't have to question it. So shout out to him.
Where
Shout
y'all
out.
getting all these puzzles that's complete at?
When your puzzle is complete, you will know. Yeah, it doesn't come. It's like when you get the box and it's all you gotta shake it up and then you put it down. You gotta turn all the pieces over to the front. So it's a process. So now that his puzzle is somewhat complete because we gotta get to the altar.
We're not talking about a literal puzzle, is we?
No, it's a life puzzle.
Oh, okay.
You got to get closer to the microphone. You got to make sure you
My
up
fault.
on that
My
joint so
fault.
we can hear you, good
My
brother.
fault, player. I thought we was talking about like a real puzzle.
You ever try to put a puzzle together? Your kids took the puzzle apart, right? And this daughter playing with a puzzle, this daughter playing with a puzzle. This is life, right?
Yeah.
So now they done took the puzzles apart, but they put them all in one bag. You ever try to make them all fit? You ever try to make a piece fit in the puzzle that you're putting together that does not fit?
And my kids never play with puzzles.
Damn.
Yeah, that's
A pastime for me. I love it.
I love puzzles.
Yeah,
But
that's
my
okay.
kids ain't. They be on their phones.
a little old.
Well,
school
that's
for a kid.
now. As a child, we put puzzles together all the time. Hello, Anita.
Yeah, I love puzzles.
We
I put puzzles
we
together
put
with my
puzzles-
little kids. I do that with them because I'm understanding where I went wrong, right? Giving the kids phones and all that stuff and iPhones, and they're not interested in doing anything that ain't got nothing to do with them, what
Yeah.
they want to do.
I mean, but when they were kids, they put puzzles together. You brought Mickey Mouse puzzles at 3.
No, they would
You didn't
draw
buy
them.
the
They
block
would-
puzzles
Nope, they were playing on their phones.
At 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, my youngest, I remember tablet. in the
Hello, Miss Stockman.
crib.
Especially when the iPhone came out, it was over.
Yeah.
No puzzles.
No.
Cartoons, like putting like drawing and things like that, but other than that,
So they didn't even like do the number coloring.
yeah, they had the number and color. They had the coloring books and things like that. No puzzles.
No
though.
puzzles.
Yeah, it's just too much of a mess.
I feel old as a mom.
I put
Me
it-
and
I
my
put-
mom did all the time. Me too. Like
I sat and put puzzles together with Zaria, Journey, and Janai. We put puzzles together. And tried to do a little contest. I'm helping all three of them. Pilar was here, right? Me and Pilar end up sitting there putting the puzzles together
Yeah, it's
because the kids
fun.
like, this too hard. This too much. So, you know.
your daughter had an iPad
Yeah,
at 2 and 3 years old. So,
That's
but
what
on
I
the on the iPad, so on the iPads they have puzzles because what's the name of the ABC mouse?
Right.
And all of that stuff.
That's expensive.
Well, it's worth it. Once you pay, it's there. Like they can't take it away. So you get to trace the letters and all kinds of stuff. And I'm a plug something real fast. After I say this, so on ABC Mouse, they put puzzles together on ABC Mouse. Like you have to make it fit, but you move it with your hand.
Right.
So your kid's not doing the puzzles either. Like
I don't know nothing about ABC Mouse.
on the tablet.
I don't know nothing about no ABC Mouse.
Okay, so Isaiah Brooks has written a black-owned, it's a handwriting book for children to learn how to write cursive again because they took cursive writing out of education. Isaiah Brooks, which is Grayson Teller's brother, has written a book. I purchased it, and I have one that I can give away because she purchased one for Dylan. So I have one that I can give away because I purchased.
You got to come up here to the radio station.
He lives in Maryland. I'll work on that. Him and his wife.
We can do it through StreamYard. It don't
Oh,
have
yeah,
to be
yeah,
here
yeah.
at the radio station. We can do it through StreamYard and talk to him about his book.
Okay, so that's Rita's brother. Him and his wife wrote a book to teach children how to write in cursive and help with their penmanship. I thought that was really dope.
Yeah, that's
because
definitely awesome. I
we
mean,
don't have that anymore in our school system.
if we don't learn, then the kids don't know how to read old things, and then somebody can come up and say, "Yeah, this says this." You can't read it. It's on old script. You know, like you see old shit. Like, you can't read it, but it says that the second-born child of my grandfather was going to be the king of this country. It's like, what? Like, it's definitely going to happen like that. So we got to teach our kids how to read cursive and everything else. But let's give a shout out to our sponsors, right?
Yes, we have Northern Marketing, Mecca, Mind Our Own Businesses, Inspire, Nerds Family Kitchen, KC Electric, the Boys and Girls Club of Chester, Pressure Inc., TFG Tax Pros, Abstract Kings, and LeBron Construction. And I seen all this extra stuff written on my notes. And today's show is provided to you by Latoyson Law, owned and operated by Chester native Enrique Latoyson. Latoyson Law is there for you when you need it. They can handle all your legal needs. They do property transfers. They do criminal defense, family law, the right firm right now. Their phone number is 610-999-1439. Again, this is the right firm right now. I'm going to stop putting all this stuff on here.
Yo, stop reading my notes, man.
You got it up here. I'm glad you
I
ain't
mean,
writing no
yo,
notes.
can we talk? Can we talk?
Go ahead.
Over here. Right.
Stop
So what you do this
writing.
weekend, Gio?
Wrote on my paper.
Oh, I was chilling.
You was chilling?
Did you go to the pop-up shop?
I did not.
Right. You weren't even at the pop-up shop.
I was not.
Right.
Security bag wasn't at the pop-up shop.
We were not.
Wow.
Why?
I was actually tired.
Tired.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I've been going hard the last
Couple days, last weeks.
I want to say like
Few
the
months.
last months. Yeah,
Right.
the last 4 or 5 months, and it kind of caught up with me this weekend.
Your age catching up with you. It's okay.
I wouldn't necessarily say my age catching up with me.
This girl's crazy.
Like, how old do you think I am? Like,
Older than me.
I don't believe that's possible. But okay.
I don't believe that's possible.
Yeah, I don't like the math on that. I don't think I'm older. Okay.
You not?
No,
Are we the same age?
probably. Or you older?
No, I'm not older. than you.
Either we the same age or you older. Yeah, facts. But I was chilling, man. Plus I was working on my book. I gotta finish.
Got to finish that book.
Yeah, I'm almost done. So like I was working on that Saturday, I think. After that, I was chilling. I was tired.
What's your book about?
Can't really tell you.
You can't tell me what the book about?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna come up and tell you when I'm done. I'm gonna come up and tell you, and I'm gonna show you.
Look at the smile on his face. I'm gonna come and show you what it's done.
That's how you
And that's how you
smile
do
about
it.
CMP.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Hi, twin. There's my twin.
Twin, what's up, twin? Yeah, you got a book.
That's what I'm saying, twin. He doesn't want to tell us about the book.
I mean,
You know, a couple people in the city have books now.
They do.
Shout out to Mia.
Right.
Mia has a book. Why can't I think of Mia's last name right now? Mia Pierce.
Mayor Pierce.
yeah.
Mia Pierce has a book right now.
Yeah.
It's a few people out
I
here.
actually read it.
You read Mia's
Yeah.
book?
Yeah.
I ordered it off of Amazon, but I never got it.
Yeah, I read that joint.
I ordered it during the pandemic,
Yeah.
and I didn't get it. So either somebody stole it or something, because the money was taken from my account. And I'm glad that you mentioned that, because I'm glad you talking about it, because I definitely forgot.
Yeah, the babe, Shanika, she got one too.
Shanika.
Shanika Chanel. Yeah, when she on the cover sitting down. I bought one. I ain't read it. My wife read it though.
Ranisha Seaton.
Yeah.
She has books. It's a couple people who have books in the city of Chester.
Yeah.
They're good reads. I like to read. Y'all should send me your books. I'll pay. I just want y'all to
I'm
send
about to
them
say,
to
you
me.
just going to use to send me your book.
I'll pay for the book.
I'm writing a book
It's
too.
gonna do something.
You
It's
writing
gonna
a
do
book?
something to you though.
It's going.
It's gonna do something to you.
My friends have books. One of my friends has a book that I just finished reading. Finally, I was scared to read it for a while. My friend Andel has a book. It's out now. He actually has
Several books
out that are being published right now. So Chester definitely is on the rise and in the right direction. Don't give up on our town, y'all.
No,
We're
don't.
here.
Definitely don't.
We're here.
So my weekend was pretty good.
What you do? Did you go to the pop-up shop?
I went to the pop-up shop. That was definitely it was a 100-proof pop-up shop. It was good. It was a lot of businesses from the area. It was a bartender was in there, right? Beard care, freckle face, beard
A bartender or a mixologist, because they get very offended when you call them bartenders.
Well, I'm not being.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
What now?
A mixologist.
Drew Free.
So you can't call
A
a
bartender.
bartender.
You
You
can't,
can't call a mixologist a bartender, nor can you call a bartender a mixologist. So you have to ask them, how would you like to be? It's like that he, she stuff.
Right. Like how would you like?
You got to
for
put
me
your
to
nouns on the
address
bottom.
you?
Him,
Yes.
his,
Right.
theirs, I guess.
Wow.
Him, he, him, his.
The pop-up shop was on 4th Street.
So you gotta say a
was on 7th Street.
mixologist.
It was on.
What's the difference between a mixologist and a bartender?
A mixologist plays with
It's a
fruit.
drink.
A
It's
bartender
a drink
plays with
specialist.
ice.
They what?
What?
I said a mixologist plays with fruit. A bartender plays with ice.
Okay.
Right.
No.
We know our bartenders, bro. You just gonna get a drink. You gonna
You
get
gonna
you
get a
want
shot.
a straight up or you want some ice in that drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel me?
A
You give it to
mixologist can
mixologist.
make you-
She got lemon pepper
Lemon pepper.
monkey Mickey
Yeah.
Mouse
Oh,
drinks
the
all on.
fruity
Like, what are you
shit.
doing in my drink?
Yeah. It's-
I don't want all that stuff on the rim of my drink.
It just turned a little.
Right.
No, a
Yeah.
mixologist doesn't make a mess either. Like when they pour your drinks, like shout out to Shayna the star tender.
Mary Jackson said she a bartender.
So do they make?
She's a dangerous one.
So what do they make? Like girly drinks? That's
Who?
what. That's what a mixologist is. They
yeah,
make girly drinks.
Girly
No,
drinks.
but
with
they
the-
make
with
hard masculine drinks too.
They make the big ass
The
fucking
Incredible Hulk.
They had the joint. What was that over at
The Fish Bowl.
The Fish Bowl got the Swedish fish and the pepper
girl-
rocks.
the girl-
Not the pepper rocks. What's the
Shayna
rocks?
said-
Yeah,
Pop rocks.
pop rocks. Right,
Wow.
As Shayna said, she made a lot of money at the Gold Room.
right. A whole lot of money.
And I won't say her number, but she said
Right.
she definitely reached.
Oh no,
some
I
numbers.
remember when she used to be over there, but I
Yeah,
did
she
not
made-
know you had to call them
A different-
mixologist.
yeah.
I thought they was bartenders, but then again, her name is the Star Tender. So I remember when she said
Yeah.
she was the Star Tender, so I thought that was like a dope play on bartender, but I didn't know you had to be like, Shorty's a mixologist by profession.
And that's dope,
That's
man.
hard.
Shout out to her. She has
That's hard. That's hard.
She has a Star Tenders class coming up.
That's hard.
I was going to take it. I was bored, but then I changed my mind because I ain't never going to bartend. That's weird.
Oh,
Why not?
you're not a bartender.
I'm not
when
gonna be a
you do the-
mixologist.
You're a mixologist when you
I'll
take
be in the
the
house
class.
drunk.
Like,
You
stop.
understand what
That's
I'm
what it's
saying?
about.
Stop disrespecting the
So
process.
she shout out to her. She now has hangovers. She has that. So shout out to Shayna.
Definitely dope.
She's definitely doing stuff. She turned his hangovers into a lounge. I think she's about to have her grand opening. Shout out to everybody that's just
joint
out
was
here
hard.
doing something. They
Right.
said black-owned businesses is on the rise by 75%.
We have to stick together. We have
Yeah,
to
they-
support
they-
each other. I was in the pop up shop and I noticed that what I need on a day to day basis is provided by my community.
Mm-hmm.
Clothing,
Yeah.
food,
Yeah.
hair care,
Yeah.
snacks. It's all there.
Skincare.
Yeah.
We don't have to spend $1.
Nowhere.
And this is, we're going to talk about this on Wednesday because I had to do some research on Lake Lanier. It's a big thing popping up right now. We're talking about, sundown towns, right? The way they used to tear apart the things that we built up, right? Lake Lanier is over top of a town. Like it's bodies in the ground,
Yeah.
buried in the ground of Lake Lanier. That's why you have so many deaths in Lake Lanier, so many injuries at Lake Lanier. So we're going to talk about that on Wednesday. But today, I just wanted to keep it upbeat, man, and talk about our weekend. I had a good weekend. I spent 3 hours listening to Master P.
How you do that there? New
Huh?
Orleans bad boys. How you do that there?
Did you hear the Juvenile
How you
song?
do that there? Street
So I'm not listening to anything Juvenile has to say about the vaccine.
You didn't listen to Get Vaxxed?
No, why would I?
Say what now?
You
So-
didn't,
so
you didn't
Juvenile-
listen to Juvenile's Get Vaxxed?
He has a song out. Vax that thing up.
Say what now?
Juvenile has a song out. Talk about the vaccine situation. And listen, the radio station will support the vaccine hesitancy or whatever needs to happen. The radio station will. I personally will not take the vaccine.
Did you say is Vax that thing?
Yeah. That's. I'm gonna play the
I
song
missed
for
the
you.
homes. I'm at work.
That's heavy, man.
Right.
I'm gonna really need him to stop selling out.
Vax that thing up, man.
I really need him to stop selling out. I'm not a fan no more.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to find this drink and play it.
I'm definitely not a fan no more. He wrong for that.
He not wrong, bro.
Man, he wrong for that, bro.
You got to get his check.
Yeah, he wrong for that, bro.
Song of the summer. Juvenile.
10 million albums and top Billboard's Hot 100. His mega hit song, Back That Thing Up, skyrocketed his fame in the 90s, winning a Billboard Award and a Soul Train Music Award. And now he's out with a reworked version of that hit, a pro-vaccine anthem called Vax That Thing Up, going viral with nearly 2 million views.
In
Play it
like,
for you.
let's be clear, 2 million views in like 3 hours.
Girl, you look good, want you vax that thing up. You's a handsome young brother, want you vax that thing up.
He's a handsome
Need
young
real
brother.
life, you need to vax that thing up. Feeling freaky all night, you need to vax that thing up.
You feeling freaky all night, you better vax that thing up. So is Juvenile wrong?
I mean, it's promotion.
But listen, so Thaddeus came. He did his live. And
Yeah,
talked
he was
about
on the
how
news.
27% of our population is
Chester.
vaccinated, and it's like another 6% got the first shot. Right, so we're not at that 75% mark in the city of Chester. Right, for people that, and what do you expect though? Like, do you expect for us to go running to this vaccine? Because we don't always fare well when the government is giving us something. And they're giving out this vaccine, giving money. I seen a post where they said one person can win went from $1,000 to $5,000 to $10,000 to $50,000 a person could win.
Well, Chester's not offering that. So
Just so that, and this is in New York. It's a lottery. It's a vaccine lottery. Philly, New York, all the major metropolitan cities. Use a handsome young brother. Won't you vaccinate? But they're giving out all of this money for this vaccine. So to me, it's like, why you got to do all that?
A lot more people are vaccinated than people wish to believe. My daughter, she has to be vaccinated to go to college, so she's gotten her first shot. Her next shot is scheduled for the end of this month. In order for her to stay on campus, she has to be vaccinated. It's no COVID testing every 72 hours, how they was doing over Widener and out Newman last year. They're requiring vaccinations to be at the top of the line. And I just feel like you said, it's free. Anything that's actually working, they charge your insurance for. The flu shot, they charge your insurance for. You can come in, you can get it. They find a way to get something out of it. The fact that it's free is not ready for me. That's it. Let me know when y'all charging that $5 stock, get a line.
It has not been approved. It has been authorized.
Yeah.
And that's the difference for me. Once it's approved, I'll get it. But if it ain't approved, no, I'm good.
Profile picture looking tight, Chad. Nice, Chad. Got your bio reading right, Chad. Precise, Chad. But before you find a date, Chad, you gotta wait, Chad. Gotta go vaccinate, Chad. Get it straight, Chad. Girl, you look good. Want you vax that thing up. You's a handsome young brother. Want you vax that thing up. Dating real life, you need to vax that thing up. Feeling freaky all night, you need to vax that thing up. Girl, you look.
I'm so disappointed in Juvenile.
Elderberry. What's the Medina root? That's what I've been fucking with.
I'm so
like
disappointed
I'm
in
trying
that,
to find all of the earthly compounds that God put here to heal my body, man, to come right. I can't. My daughter, she's going to Lincoln University, and she like, Dad, you know, I gotta get the vaccine to go to college.
Stay on campus.
And you know, I was upset for a minute. I'm like, well, you don't stay on campus then. And she was like, nah, I gotta get it. I said, man, when they hit that bell and all your mothers and got vaccines start turning left, you trying to figure out why you can't go with your family. She's like, Dad, it's not that serious. I said, that's the problem. You don't think it's that serious. Like, you have to research. You have to look things up. You have to go back in the past. If you want to know what they're trying to do to you in the future, go in the past and read up.
I don't want to hinder people from doing it. If it's something that because I don't. It has to be their decision, because if it's something, you just said we were shocked when the world shut down during COVID. It shocked the shit out of us. And people are they're in such a dire need to get back to normal. Like, if you feel as though the vaccine is for you, then please, by all means, get the vaccine. It's just not ready for me. I already said, you know how you make that pot of soup? You got it comes with different ingredients. You got to let it sit. It got to simmer. You don't even eat it the day you make it. Your grandma made the soup. If she started at 5 a.m., you might be able to have it at 6. But if not, you can't eat it till the next day. I don't want something that they're practicing on. But if that's what you choose to do, yes, twin. But if that's what you choose to do, then that's what you choose to do. But I don't want to deter you from doing that. The vaccine to me is prudent for senior citizens to get. My mom, my godmom, they have the vaccine. I couldn't go around my godmom for over a year, and now that we're older, I mean, the vaccine, she's gotten it. I'm exceptionally happy about it, because it makes her not have a weaker immune system. When I was in the hairdresser last week, I was with a frontline worker, and she was saying, you know, how she carried a clean bag of clothes, and then she had like a trash bag with dirty clothes in it that she had to get dressed and undressed in her garage, spray herself down with Lysol. She said COVID was so real to her eyes, because she was watching people die. She was seeing people go on the ventilator and not make it off. She was seeing all of this firsthand, being a nurse. She said to come home and deal with my family, it was strenuous, because I couldn't hug them to walk in the door with a greeting. I had to get dressed and undressed in the garage, and my husband was standing at the door with like a shield, and so that I could walk straight to the shower. She said he would take my clothes and put them in the washer. We moved our washer and dryer to the garage area so that I didn't track that inside my house. So she was saying like the importance of it. She was like, I don't agree with the vaccine, but the vaccine is not to stop you from contracting COVID. It's to stop you from dying from other diseases that COVID can kill you with. So I don't agree with the vaccine, me personally, but if it's for you, it's for you. I don't want nobody to be deterred from that.
No, I don't want nobody to be deterred. I'm not sitting there trying to get anybody not to get the vaccine. I want you to do what you feel, but I want you to be educated,
Informed.
and educated on why. And if
I'm not letting these people do no testing on me like that, man.
that's what it is.
Like, I'm not doing that.
That's basically what it is.
I'm not
Because
doing
look,
no testing on me like that.
even
For
with the
free.
COVID vaccine, they have a new variant out.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that this thing can,
You're not
it
doing
can
no-
multiply?
I'm not doing no
Oh, it can
testing on
trip?
me like
Oh,
that.
They
okay.
telling them to get boosters.
It's
That
called a
don't even
Delta.
make no
It's called a
sense.
Delta variant, and they
Yeah.
said this is worse than the very first time.
Yeah,
So
the
COVID
one that
came out.
Indonesia just had. I mean, since we're controlling
need them to
the
chill.
airways now. You got to get tested 72 hours ahead of time. You got to constantly take your temperature. They said the number one side effect that someone has with COVID is a fever. So constantly take your temperature throughout the day, and you will know firsthand if you have COVID before you even go to the hospital. They said the fever is the number one, the first distinction that you may have it. Your taste buds is also high on the number 5.
On this Delta variant, it ain't attacking the taste buds. So now how you used to identify it is coming different. You're not getting a fever. It's not attacking your taste buds. It's all in your chest. It's just a straight up chest. It's like
That
a
upper
heart,
respiratory
upper-
infection.
It's
Here
like
we go.
a-
Going home
you
again.
go up the steps, you can't breathe. Like, what the hell's going on? And you coughing up
Dante
phlegm.
say on there.
Oh, niggas go raw. Ninjas go raw on
anything.
anything and against the getting a vaccine.
I mean, they
they
that's
done
not
got the-
that's not a good argument.
That's a great argument.
It's really not.
Yeah, it is.
It's really not.
Why? I think
really
that
not.
is. You're risking your life by having unprotected sex. You're risking your life and risking to catch an STD.
I can
But
get rid of
you
an
won't.
STD. It won't kill me.
You can get a vaccine and it won't kill you.
It has people have died
From the vaccine,
First off-
people have died from the STDs.
First off,
What STD did somebody die from?
First off, bro, get
HIV
out of,
and AIDS.
That's not an STD.
What is it?
That's a killer. That's a House of Virginia. You're done.
You're done.
It's a STD.
No, see, a STD
Sexually
is
transmitted.
gonorrhea, chlamydia.
No.
Talk to him.
No,
Talk to
no,
him.
no,
Now,
Talk to
now,
him.
syphilis, if
Talk
it
to
goes
him.
undetected for
Talk
so
to
long,
him.
you can die from that. You go
You can
crazy
have
from
brain,
that. But
problems and everything.
HIV is a whole nother monster,
It's
bro.
not STD though.
I don't see it as a STD.
It's not an STD. Okay.
Right.
Wow.
And plus you gotta get out of calling that a vaccine. It's not a vaccine. So like get out of calling that. That's not what that is.
What is it?
It's whatever they giving people. A vaccine prevents stuff. That don't prevent nothing.
It prevents you from being hospitalized.
No, it don't prevent you from getting it. When you take a vaccination for something, it prevents you from getting it.
A vaccine loosens up how it attacks you. That's why they give
Now
the
they
polio
doctors, y'all. They
vaccine.
was lawyers
It came
before
to a
this.
point where there was no
I
more
just
polio.
read.
But a vaccine is supposed to weaken the disease, right? Not knock it out. I mean, the flu vaccine, for how long you get that, you sick the next day. You know what I'm saying? It never really. So they just showing you that. But just the fact that this Delta variant then came out, and if it's a Delta variant, that means it was an A, B, and a C, right? So let's stop playing. Let's be real.
I would say if we're going to call it the A, B, and the C, the A was the upper respiratory infections they were saying everybody had in 2019. Those cases increased by 45% in certain areas in October, November, and December. Then in January, the B section came out where the upper respiratory infection turned into pneumonia.
You can't get rid of AIDS, Dante.
So
You can be non-detectable, but you can't get rid of it.
Magic did so.
Magic ain't get rid of it. He's non-detectable. Like Magic ain't get rid of it. Magic ain't never had it. It was going to expose Magic for being a fruit and playing around in them locker rooms. And they was like, if you don't retire and take this AIDS situation,
If something is non-detectable, how do you have it?
when you stop taking that medicine, it
No,
comes back.
I mean, that's what they say. But I'm saying if you test somebody right now and it's
Hey, Mom.
how do you have it?
Because it's low strains. It's in your system.
Okay, Magic Johnson ain't got no AIDS, man.
I ain't say he did. I said he didn't have it. They was going to out him and call him all types of, you know what I mean, say what he was doing in that locker room.
So you think that he just came out and
Look at his
said,
son,
I
bro.
got
Look at his son, bro.
it. Look at his son.
Yeah. He definitely was.
Okay. He definitely was what?
Yeah. His son is way too left. It's a couple generations of gay before you get that left.
That is not true.
Shit.
That's not true.
Shit.
He not first generation.
He not first generation. He about second or third. It's not a first generation gay. His son is. Listen,
You said, yeah, that can't be first
that's
generation.
not first
gay.
generation gay, bro. That's not. We know
At this
it.
point, I'd rather be sitting with Google right now, Dante, because Bro, that's not what.
That's not first generation gay.
Yo, that's the hardest line. I gotta put that up today, man.
You believe that it is?
Don't get blocked from Facebook.
No, I don't play with.
Facebook-
I don't play
I'm
with
not
Facebook.
listen.
Instagram
No.
has
You're not going to make it
sensitivity.
seem like that's
I don't
the
play with that. That
wrong
ain't-
comment
yeah,
to make.
yeah.
No, their
I'm-
sensitivity has heightened.
I don't care. I don't see, and that's another thing. They don't care about our
Just the
sensitivity,
LGBT coalition.
right? At the end of the day, you
Don't
can't.
get them.
That's a couple generations in that, and if don't nobody agree with me, then that's you're scared. That's why people have power now, because we're scared to speak up on the
Mom,
things
are
that we
you
like
laughing?
and don't like.
Bro, I really don't think that boy. It had to been something in his bloodline, man. He's not first generation.
No, he's not first
woke
generation.
up
No,
and became
no,
and just flamed
no.
out
He
like
is
that,
way.
man.
He's way too hot.
He is hot like the ball on the what's that? The Fantastic Four. The ball
Yeah.
fly.
The-
Michael
the-
B.
the
Jordan.
Inferno?
Yeah, he turned it. Boy, he hot like that, man.
I listen.
He hot like the
As I
Cheetos
always
guy.
take a stance on that whole lifestyle. I think they're born like that. They're not. I don't think. I don't. It has anything to do with generations. I think he was born like that.
So if he was
period.
born like that, it was generation.
Chromosome.
It got
Oh,
passed
It was
down.
a
No,
chromosome
children got their
How?
own. They got their own chromosomes, bro.
How?
They do their own thing. See, first generation
How?
gay is a child that's coming out, that's scared to come out of the closet, doesn't want to announce that he's gay. Second generation kids a little bit more. Okay, yeah, I'm gay. This is what I am. My third generation, he got full on hair and wigs and coming out in dresses, and he don't care. Like, he has a strength that a lot of men don't have and don't want. So he's third generation, bro.
I just think of it different. That's all. I see it different. I don't see it as a generational thing.
Okay.
Mom,
I mean, I don't just see how you just wake up like that.
they don't wake up like that. They're born
They're
like
born like that.
that. They're born like that. Magic's son been wanting to wear Cookie's heels since he was 2.
Oh, okay.
Since he was able to put on his own shoes. He knew that. He knew what he wanted
All right,
to
we
be.
ain't gonna make this a show about that. We
Why
ain't doing
not?
that. We ain't doing that. We made the comment. It was made.
yeah, I'm
Let's
gonna
get
be-
in.
Gio, back, go ahead. That
What?
conversation we was just having.
Nah, matter of fact, you know what? Moving on, brother.
Let's say let's talk about
move
so the Haitian president was assassinated. I'm not going to hell, bro. I'm not. I can
You the
talk.
one who said it wasn't the first generation. You're
It's not.
first in line.
No, I'm not. You don't go to hell for stuff like that.
Bro, you're first in line.
You don't go to hell for stuff like that.
For
Nah.
saying that it was first
You don't go to hell,
Don't go
man.
to hell for
Listen,
stuff.
I
What you
watched
go
the
to hell
movie.
for?
I watched the movie this weekend where brother
Yeah.
was preaching racism and talking about his people is the only people, and he bowed his head to pray.
Yes.
They all in line before me.
Yes.
All of them. You out here burning crosses
No,
and
you're
killing
first in
people
line with
and,
us.
and shooting people. They in line because I didn't say anything was wrong with being gay. That's your choice,
You just said
and I
the man
support that.
wasn't
I'm just
first
saying he's not
generation
first
gay.
generation. Guess what? They
So
would say
you going to hell.
You
That's
was
what he
you
No,
said.
he's saying
That's
his
you would
why-
dad
say that
was
about
gay,
a
and he passed
spectacular
it to him.
athlete. It's not first generation.
Yeah.
You don't get to be a spectacular athlete on your first
Yeah.
generation. Second or third generation. Yeah, absolutely. Peyton Manning
Yeah.
is a third generation
He's a
football
third-generation
player.
athlete. Yeah.
So his dad was the first generation, right?
And he
Or is
wasn't
it
as
gonna
good
be
as
second?
Peyton Manning was.
Or is
Second.
it going to be third? The grandfather was the first generation.
yeah.
So it was.
He played football when they was playing with rocks and shit.
Was it 3?
You pass it down.
Done.
You pass it down.
That man said.
He's third
he was playing with
generation.
rocks.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not going to get into Magic
playing-
Johnson. It don't have to be in his generation. It could have been in Cookie's generation. She could have had one.
He was playing with Cookie shoes.
Magic had one. That's 3. That's 3 generations.
'Cause
1 plus 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3.
Remember, Magic was mad because his son.
There it
One
is.
plus one is
CMPradio.net. It's the morning meeting, man. You know, P, I don't know. You feel some type about the Haiti president. Yes, I do. I feel some type way about the
'cause
Haitian
you
president.
was on this last week, weren't you?
Because they've arrested, 24 people.
Okay.
To
You've
kill
had
one person?
assassinations in this country, right, that have taken place where you have not found the person. So
Okay.
they're saying this about Christian Emmanuel Sanon. He's 63 years old. He's a central figure in the case. He was trying to be the president.
Okay.
So he hired Colombian bodyguards from Florida to protect him, and then he decided, oh fuck it, we just gonna go take the whole presidency. We're gonna take it like that.
Okay.
How dysfunctional does your country have to be for something like that to take place? Very dysfunctional.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at. I don't really believe it, but you know, it's too soon. It's too quick. He just died. It ain't been a week. And you got everybody involved that fast?
They're going to be taken care of in jail. That's all. All y'all got to take the fall for this.
Well,
If we gonna go in the right direction, we gotta make sacrifices. Y'all are the sacrifice.
Yeah, I don't.
Y'all going to jail because he didn't want to follow our rules, and we're trying to do a major takeover. So here you are. Now y'all got to go to jail.
They're definitely trying to do that.
Yeah, that's all. That's how life go.
All right.
I got sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry.
In other news, over the past week, we have where are we at? We have Rachel Nichols and Marie Taylor. So Marie Taylor is she's a commentator for ESPN. She does NCAA basketball, women's volleyball, and that's what her dream was. That's what she said, right? She played basketball. She went to college. She was like, wow, people get paid to sit at a desk and talk about sports. I want to do that. So she went into broadcast journalism. So that's how far her dream took her. But until recently, Rachel Nichols, who was told by ESPN, who's also pictured in this situation, she said, if you need to give her more things to do because you're feeling pressure about your crappy long-time record on diversity, which, by the way, I know personally from the female side of it, like, go for it. Just find it somewhere else. You're not going to take it from me or take my thing away.
All right, which one is Rachel?
That's Rachel. The white girl is Rachel. The other girl
name is
Maria Taylor.
So they want her to take Rachel's job.
Rachel's spot on the NBA. So Maria Taylor is an upstart, right? She's new to the game. She's beautiful. She handles herself with grace and composure on the court, right? And so I think ESPN and ESPN is owned by Disney, so they're trying to get ahead of this Black Lives Matter situation. All right, let's put a black face out there.
Rachel's Rachel has sexual harassment charges coming against somebody.
She has what?
Sexual harassment charges coming against somebody.
Somebody sexual harassed her, or she sexual harassed somebody?
Somebody sexually harassed her.
Jimmy Butler.
And that's why they're moving her out the way. It's always a plot behind it. I don't see them just moving her for nothing. Trying to take even a portion of her job because she's kept fit the whole entire time, but she was absent from a couple of games some time back. That's about to come out.
Yeah, they wanted Shorty to be the sideline reporter for the finals. They wanted her to be the face of the finals.
Right.
And Rachel Nichols was the face of the finals.
Oh.
And they said, no, we're putting her in there right now. You feel me? And Rachel ain't like that shit.
She fresh. She's a fresh face. Yeah. Nobody has never said anything wrong to her. That Me Too movement is about to, come right through the whole ESPN situation too. She has a sexual harassment charge.
That shit went through all of them.
It's not done yet though. It's not done.
When's the last time you heard somebody in the Me Too situation?
We was in COVID, bro. Nobody wasn't worried about that. We was worried about. No, it ain't over. It's not. It's not done.
That joint
over.
It's not done.
Everybody went down.
It's not done. Because guess what? People still thought that they can get away with it. She never opened her mouth at first.
What happens when a man touches cold water? Shrinkage.
Listen.
That's what happened when that Me Too movement came out. That was a douse of cold water for everybody. Motherfuckers don't want to look at no ass. Motherfuckers.
No, they just started
putting their heads down.
They just started having you write sign paperwork.
They've been having the boy Kwame Brown had a whole thing about her.
Right.
It ain't been through the NBA yet. It's not done yet.
Where he was talking about that. I'm talking about her, saying she was in the mix with all them big heavyweights over there.
Right.
I'm telling you, what's about that? Yes, she is.
It hit NFL Network when all of those players went down when that lady put that lawsuit out. I'm talking about the whole.
The babe that said the Bulls sent her the picture from the bathroom.
Donovan McNabb, Sapp, everybody went down, bro. All one chick. So it hit ESPN too because you had a couple. That's why ESPN never.
It hit the NFL because it was the.
They never really had the females.
Football player with the masseuse.
Yeah, but
she was a massage therapist, and she said he kept calling her back, and then she came in and he was beating his meat. You don't remember that?
No.
She went to the bathroom when she came back. She was like, I was lotioning my hands coming out the bathroom.
He gotta get it off. He ain't trying to put it on her.
Yeah, do
work. I mean, he doing it himself.
Man,
you massaging me.
She came back to work after that. Here we go again. I don't like it. She came back to work after that.
She gotta make her money.
Right. See,
she came back to work for him.
Of course
she gotta make her money.
Nah, she didn't. If you didn't like what he was doing,
Now, how come you always say somebody
Because
don't have to do something?
she didn't have to. She had other clients.
What
That
else was
wasn't
she
her-
supposed to do?
She had other clients.
They're not paying as well as him,
I don't-
obviously.
There you go, selling your soul. That's what happened.
She sold her soul.
Yeah, she sold herself. You really took all of that mental abuse that you claimed you went through. You sued him for something $1 million. Said he was going to help you get a massage parlor and all this other stuff. You didn't have to go back to him. You were making enough money from his references, so therefore you didn't have to go back to him. I don't care if he was paying you $1,000 or $5. You didn't have to go back to him. You could have told him you were booked up, and that was that. She kept saying she was in the bathroom. He came in the bathroom with her. Then she said they did have sex, and then she said all these other things started happening. Like, no, I just feel like people, when they see dollar signs, their story goes
Talking
longer.
about who's the wide receiver for the Bucks? He played for the Patriots with Tom Brady and
Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown.
Yeah, that's his case.
That's his case. His case.
She
is
could have
one.
went somewhere else. She didn't have to.
She wasn't going nowhere else.
Why?
Because you're paying me. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not leaving. I'm not.
So
going
was everybody
anywhere.
else paying her.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I definitely want to give a huge shout out to Maria Taylor, man. She's a young black woman trying to etch her name in those infamous walls of broadcast journalism. So I know how hard that is. I know how strenuous that is, and I just want to tell her keep your head up, lady. And for Rachel Nichols, man, is you're not going anywhere. They're just putting you. You're just stuck in your show. She has a show called Jump.
How long
The Jump.
has Rachel been?
I want to say
20 years.
She's 20 years in.
Yeah.
She washed up.
It's time for her to go.
She washed up.
All right.
It's a
She's
damn-
34. I mean, she's young. I mean, she got
She interviewed Kwame Brown when Kwame Brown came in the league.
Yeah?
She 20 in.
Oh yeah, it's time to go.
He just bashed her the other day.
He did.
Yeah, he killed her the other day.
I ain't see
Bus
that.
Life. Kwame Brown Bus Life on YouTube. Boy.
They can repair. They can repair her way out.
Snaps.
Damn.
Yeah, see, the thing with them was diversity. They was on a tip where they was having issues with not having enough people of color on the shows. So she's the next thing. So they said we got to put her in. And Rachel Nichols
Get her now.
And Rachel Nichols had a problem with it. Like, don't give her mine just because she black and y'all got a diversity issue. So yeah. That's the
Jabari said
argument.
they said she was getting busy with Jimmy Butler in the bubble.
Yeah, I
in
said
the
that.
bubble, like
Yeah.
it wasn't no sexual harassment
Nah, she
thing. She
definitely
was
gonna,
getting it down.
She's gonna say it. She's gonna say.
She can't say it now.
She can. She said it then.
I'm sure Jimmy Butler is well protected. He looks
She
like the
said-
type. He looked just like
she
me.
said it then.
Sign this.
She said it then.
Before you bust it open, sign this.
She said it then. She said it then. She brought it up then.
Bro, what
And
up?
then she brought up the fact that she was being sexually harassed. I'm telling you, she's
When
not
did
leaving about
you
money.
hear Rachel Nichols say sexual harassment and ain't nobody
You
else
don't
said
have-
nothing
you
about
don't
it?
have to hear it for it to be said. How many signed contracts did they have for people who, after they made the accusation in
That
house,
she was sexually harassed by a player?
About
ain't
a
nobody
staff
said
member,
nothing else
a
about
player,
it.
A staff member, a player, anything. It could be anything. At the end of the day, you don't get to say she didn't have that accusation out there. They're gonna pay her to leave. That's it.
So
they're gonna move the little young girl in, and they're gonna pay her to get her old ass out.
So I pose the question: is Rachel Nichols racist or just a person worried about her job? How would you feel if you had this job for 20 years and they bring me in and I'm a little younger than you and you like, this nigga ain't taking my job?
Nah, again, you gotta put it in context. What happened was she was having a conversation with somebody.
Right, she was having a conversation with Adam Mendelsohn, who is LeBron James' agent.
Right, and they was talking about that the babe was going to get in.
Right,
and her thing was,
Change
I
the
know
bus spot.
ESPN got an issue with
Racism, diversity.
without paraphrasing,
Right.
black people
Right.
not having a lot of black people on the staff. Y'all got a problem with that. So now y'all trying to put a black person as the face in my job. I don't appreciate it.
You think
Not
that's what
gonna-
it is?
That's what she said.
Who's the highest paid employee at ESPN?
Shit.
Your
Probably what's the name?
Who?
If it ain't Stephen A, it's SVP.
It's definitely Stephen A. Guess how much he make?
Oh, I don't know.
$12 million a year.
Yeah, he
That's
big.
more than any NBA coach,
Yeah.
more than any NCAA coach,
Yeah.
and more than any player on
Right.
the back-to-back champions of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yeah, that's because he the worst. That's why he get that money.
He the worst what?
Say the what?
He's the worst what?
He the worst type of brother.
It's definitely gonna come out, Miss Anita.
Yeah, he the worst. That's why
they'll
they
never
pay him
like
that
to listen
money,
to
bro.
me. Then when it comes out, we sit here and be like, I be like, well, I already said it, so I don't engage in the conversation then. It's coming out. She's not leaving quietly.
She's not leaving.
She's not leaving.
No, she's leaving.
No, she hosts the jump.
She's going to leave. They're
Okay.
pushing her out. The first thing is to strip you. The first time when you work at Walmart and you do something that they don't approve of, the first thing they do is they strip you of something. They tell you suspended.
so-
Hold on. Just hear me out. They start to strip you of something before they fire you. They don't just tell you, oh, you're fired. They say, hey, well, listen, we found somebody else that can help you, so they're going to take some of your load off of you.
Right.
So then they say, okay, now that we found somebody else to help you, listen, you can take that vacation time that you've been asking for. So and they build up a file on you before they finally let you go. She's definitely opened her mouth about something. It was just not the player that she was fucking. It was a lot more to it. So the player that she was banging is just like, oh, so see, she been in this. She been doing this. No, she did something. Just like with the Bill Cosby movement. One person opened their mouth and they paid her off. Here we are years later. She's 20 years in the ESPN. She's definitely got something going on. I'm telling you, it's a back door to her. They're going to pay her to leave, and she wants a lot. She feels like she probably had 5 or 10 more years on her career. She wants every dollar, and she'll walk away. She's got to say some stuff. That's it.
I feel like Jemele Hill got fired from ESPN just for speaking pro-black, just for talking about the issues that were going on for black people, and they got rid of her, right? So if they really wanted to, they can get rid of Nichols just for clauses. That's all up in the contract.
That's why when this happened, bro, she immediately came out with 1,000,000 apologies, crying. Everything, because she knew what was about to happen.
Right.
When they leaked that joint, they leaked it to fire. You feel me? But that's why she came out and cried and did all that.
Nah,
shit,
she ain't say nothing. She didn't say anything wrong about them needing more African Americans in the workplace. She didn't say anything wrong.
Then
it's
why
the
is
truth.
everybody on her?
Because it's a story behind it. She's saying it now. She's just finding out now that they're trying to move her out. They're stripping her.
I'm saying the public. The public is looking at her and what she said
Because we live in a sensitive society.
Do we now?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Why do we live in a sensitive society?
And I don't know. They made all the words happy.
Who does stuff like that?
You said all the words are happy.
Who does stuff like that?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
The world today. You can't say
Who
anything.
did it? There
I
are
sent
people
you
behind it. Who
something.
said it?
I don't know.
Oh, you
I'm
don't
not
know?
sensitive
you
to
ain't.
words.
All right. You ain't worried about who said it.
No.
Who's making the world sensitive?
No,
You're worried about the fact that the world is sensitive.
The world is very sensitive to words. Anything anybody says about race, about gender, about anything, everybody takes it into offense. You can't say anything today without having to apologize behind it. When Kevin Hart had to apologize for making a joke about the LGBTQ community before it got to be the LGBTQ community, didn't make sense to me. They laughed at the time, so now why are we telling him he can't be a part of the Oscars? I don't understand. The world is so sensitive today. You can say nothing. You can't say I don't like that punk.
But
Then
they were born that
oh
way.
my
They were
God.
born that way, so you can't really say anything about it.
They were born that way.
And now they don't like the fact that you talk about them.
But it's not that you talk about them. They don't like the jokes that come behind it. But they can get up here and they can say anything that they want. It's a sensitive,
About whoever they want.
It's a sensitive world, and we're censored in so many ways. You can't open your mouth and say absolutely nothing. You can't even say nothing to like a regular person without slandering or defamation of character. You can't say anything. People are looking for a sue any way they can possibly get it. It's a shame. I'm just not a sensitive person. It doesn't work like that for me.
I mean, all them letters you was just naming is why everything's so sensitive.
I think it's more
There's
than
nobody.
that.
It's nobody. It's no other group of people.
They the ones.
There's no other group of people
on,
that have that much control that can sit there and say, "I'm offended by what you're saying."
If
Everybody is offended by what someone is
listen,
saying.
how?
Because they
All
are.
right, let me break it down to you then. How we offended, right? You can't make a joke about somebody who's gay, but you can make any joke you want about a black person.
Black people make jokes about black people.
The point I'm making is you can make it as vile and derogatory as you want on TV in front of anybody, in front of any platform that you want. But if you say one joke about one of them letters, don't matter. Pick one letter and say a joke about them. Man, they gonna crush you.
They tried to kill Dave Chappelle. He said he ain't worried about no cancel culture.
Yeah, man.
he broke it down in that joke, and it was right. The way he broke it down, it was absolutely right.
Come on, how you gonna on just
Black people can make jokes about everything. They make jokes about blacks, Asians, gays, everything, right? The moment somebody makes a joke about blacks, it's offensive. Right.
who?
So
To
when
who?
the babe to us, when the babe came on the news,
So who's
and
making the joke?
When the babe came on the news, the newscaster came on the news, and she had a darker skin, and they said she came on with the black face. The whole black community destroyed her. But yet the light skinned black person put on a darker shade of makeup, and no one said anything to her. Nothing. They were at a Halloween party. It was Halloween. The babe came in. She came in as Diana Ross, was it? Mm-hmm. And she put on brown makeup with the big hair. It was one of her idols.
Was this person white?
Yeah. So why is it that I can put on a darker shade of makeup to make me a dark-skinned woman and it not offend anyone, but because that white woman put on a darker shade of makeup to make her the same color as Diana Ross, it offended the whole fucking world.
You weren't offended?
That's a black. No, I was not. I said it was a costume. We do it all the time. You had people running around here as Trump for Halloween, and nobody said anything.
You do understand that when they did blackface was also a costume. When they did those parodies and they did those mockeries,
you know what's so crazy?
It was a costume. That was them wearing a costume. So if any white person does that on their face, they're wearing the same costume. I don't care if she looked like Diana Ross or nobody else.
She didn't put on dark makeup. She
I don't
just
care
put
what
on
makeup she put on.
a darker foundation. But
You're not black.
why are we offended by it? I can put on makeup and make myself into a dark skinned woman. Would you be offended?
You black.
Why would I be offended?
We never.
Why would I be
by what we
offended
do.
by you being black?
We can call each other. That's like the word nigga. We can call each other nigga, but soon as somebody of another race use it, it's offensive.
It's not for them to use.
It's not for us to use either.
Yes,
Why
it
not?
is.
Because it's sheer ignorance. It's not for us to use either.
Why is
it's
it sheer
not,
ignorance?
because it is.
Yeah.
And
Why?
we are so sensitive to the word. It's so crazy. I can call. What's up, my nigga?
That's why
I'm sensitive to the word motherfucker too. See, it's all in context how you say motherfucker to me, and you say it the wrong way, I'm gonna take offense to it.
Why?
So which way is the way? What's up? That's
Because
my motherfucking
because you can be aggressive with motherfucker.
Right.
Like, let's say if I knock this over and you like, God damn, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I know, like,
Right.
I just made a mistake.
Right.
But if you come in the door like, motherfucker,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
see, this is a different type of motherfucker. It's the same way with nigga.
I can't.
It's the same way.
I can't. It's too much sensitivity running around.
I'm not sensitive to that.
You just said you're offensive. You're
No,
offended by it. So that's
I'm
insensitive.
offended by white people doing anything
No one should say the N
that
word
got to
at
do with
all.
us.
No one should say it at all. But guess what? We'll be the
Okay.
first ones to be offended if someone else say it. But we just said it to the same man they walked up and said it to.
Nigga.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
What's up, my nigga? As soon as you come in, then here come Tom behind him. Hey, my nigga. Oh, I thought that was your name.
What is
That's
it?
What she said.
What was the intention behind the white people calling black people niggas?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
It was derogatory. It was used as a derogatory. What do you mean you weren't there? They're still saying it to this day, so you don't hear them.
No, it's not said to me.
It's not said to you. So when it is said to you, you won't be offended.
No.
When it is said to you, you won't be offended.
No.
Okay. All right.
No. She's not sensitive like
Our
that.
ancestors didn't like the N word. They was offended about the N word being used to call them instead of calling them by their name. But we black people can use the N word in any type praise and not be offended. We should be offended for each other for using the N word.
We never offended by what we do. That's just like the whole Black Lives Matter movement. We're not offended when one black man kills another black man, but soon as another race does it, here we go, standing on the front line, ready to protest. But we don't protest for the men that's in our backyards. That's all I'm saying is we are the number one racist race in the world. Black people. Yeah, we are definitely number one. We're racist against each other and whites.
How are we racist? Do you know what racism is?
Whatever. Yeah, I know what racism is.
I think we're bigots. I think we've had this debate so many times. We don't own anything. So racism is a denial of attributes or accommodations made to keep you blocked up in a block. We can't be racist.
Jesus.
We don't run nothing.
We're the
We go to
biggest
what did you
racists
say
in the
about the
world.
people that run the city? Why are you a Republican? Because they have what?
Money.
Right.
I follow the money.
Right.
What? Right, what?
No, you're saying you follow the money.
Yeah.
So you follow behind racists because they have money.
No, I follow behind the money. You're not gonna put me in that line. I follow the money.
You follow behind racists because they have
follow
money.
Who produces jobs. I follow. That's not racism, bro. So you're telling me when Democrats and Republicans started, the Democrats was for the blacks. That's what you're saying?
I'm saying that both of
All right,
them.
then, if it's not, it's not.
It doesn't matter who's for who, because at the end of the day, they can shift up again. When you're gone, it could be the other way around, right? Right now, it is the other way around. It's the Democrats and the Republicans that are stopping our voting rights. It's the Republicans that are sitting here putting up all these laws in all these countries and all these states that they run to stop us from voting. Let's cut it shorter. Let's not have a whole bunch of people in line. Let's let people say what they want to say.
We just got to voting. We just got to voting. Like, it's not like we've
Who
been
just
doing
got
it.
to voting?
All of us have just got to voting and understanding why we are voting. Our grandparents were sending us at 18, making us vote. Now that
They were making you vote? You didn't know why you were voting?
Fuck no. I just was like, Grandma, who I'm supposed to vote for? Dad, who I'm supposed to vote for?
I knew who I was
that
supposed
was
to
it.
vote for.
It wasn't a thing for me. I didn't care. It wasn't affecting me personally. So I thought that's half of fucking America. 18 to 30, you just voting because your family said who should be in office. You didn't do the research yourself to say, oh, well, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go with Clinton because, yeah, he has standards and morals, and then he's going to do this for the communities and this, that, and the third. No, you did it because somebody in your family said, yeah, that's the better look. That's how it went. You didn't go to vote because if you wanted to go stand in that long ass line back then when all the people actually came out to vote.
It was a long ass line. It wasn't even a long ass line. I don't even know what the hell people talking about with this long ass line.
It was a long
I have never in the history of Pierre voting, and I voted throughout everywhere in this city, sat in a long ass line. The longest line I ever sat in to vote was recently this election. Was the presidential election when it was a line outside of Chester High School and couldn't nobody get in to vote?
No, listen. Obama's lines was longer than this election. When I want to say that was Bill Clinton's election. His lines was long. I stood in the line for like 45 fucking minutes.
You went out too late to vote. Go early. Go early in the morning.
No, early in the morning, the people who go before working is already there. The senior citizens go between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. And then the evening time, the lines was long. People used to come out and vote back then way more than now. Way more than now. So I listen, we just getting here. And it's such a shame because we take the initiative of we don't take the initiative of saying we just getting here, and then we bash the kids that are younger than us for not doing the same shit we weren't doing when we were their age. People, I can't believe she dressing like that. How was you dressing at my age? If I am 20 years
So you're
younger
okay
than
with
you,
them dressing that way?
I'm not okay. I wish they would take the lessons that I've already learned from and apply it to their own personal life. But if I was doing that at 18 or 19 years old,
Can't say anything.
I'm not going to judge them. I'm just going to say to them, like, that's not really going to get you nowhere.
Right.
And they'll say, we'll see. I'm not going to keep on bashing them, judging them, and all kinds of stuff these so-called seniors are doing. You're supposed to be a matriarch of the community, and here you are tearing down what's coming up. No, you have to at least have a conversation with them. Don't just stand. We was at that job fair. What the lady in front of us say? I said, here she go. After she done kicked me out of church because I was pregnant. She judged me. She didn't know where I was going at in my life. She was mad because I had a child at 15 and told me I could not come back to church. She was there. Gio, I can't even believe you fucking laughed.
I knew you was going to laugh.
I still hold that against that lady. Never once did she
Why
mention.
would you hold it against her?
Never once did she mention that she had a child in her teens.
She not going to.
But she dragged me through the mud for it. She did the same exact things at my age. Instead of saying, baby, listen, this is a stepping stone from you. You are not going, this is not the end of your life. She told me don't come back to church.
The greatest sinner is a person that hides his sins and condemns other people for the same exact sins, because you sinned twice. Not only did you commit the first sin,
that's Dante laughing
but you're hurting other people that may have committed the same sin that you created.
I don't understand people. I don't understand how people cast judgment on things that they've already done, though. Like how we talk about these young bulls being out here on the corners. When it was our turn out here on the corners, we didn't have respect either, because we shouldn't have been out there.
I have respect.
Bro, you shouldn't have been on the corner, period. If you knew Miss Mary lived right here on this corner.
That's why when I went upstate, everybody was like, what the fuck is you doing up here?
But if you knew Miss Mary Mary lived right here on this corner. Why were you standing in front of Miss Mary's house?
I wasn't in front of Miss Mary's
See,
house. I went to the store for Miss Mary. I got her an orange soda. I talked to Miss Mary.
You know what I'm saying.
I don't.
Don't reply to it then. You know what I'm saying. When we were in our 18, 19, and 20s, and
You
we
were
standing-
disrespectful.
I wasn't disrespectful.
So how are you saying that people were disrespectful?
Because they were.
But you gotta dig though. The people that's our age, in our bracket, we are the first generation of what's going on out here.
The first generation of what?
It wasn't no trap houses before us. It wasn't no being on the corner like that before us. It wasn't no shootings like that before us. All this stuff that you see going on, that wasn't real prevalent.
My dad and them
before.
hung on the corner. That's a lie.
Your dad and them hung up the Bennett, and they had a block. It was not like how we did. And when we came,
they started it, bro.
And we innovated it, and we took it somewhere else. And now the young boys out here is taking it somewhere else. Like, that's just how it go. It just moved downhill now. Like, you know what I'm saying? They started their thing. When we started, everything that these young boys doing, your pop and them wasn't out here shooting nobody like that.
Nah, but people was getting shot though.
People was getting shot in the leg. People wasn't getting murdered out here like that.
Dusty Bob got killed.
You talking about Dusty Bob? I'm talking about you can name.
You said they wasn't dying. They were.
Nah, on the scale that people are dying now, it's kind of you can't even compare it.
Well, no, it's not a comparison.
You can't.
But at the same time, it still was happening. So for them to cast judgment on what's happening instead of trying to get it under control and having conversations with the people, they'll walk past and with their face all frowned up
Who's
and
this?
say, "This is the older community. These are the matriarchs in the community.
'Cause
They don't
they
sit
feel as
these
though
young
they can't-
girls down. They don't sit these young girls down and have conversations with them and tell them how to carry themselves like women and not like thoughts. They don't sit these young girls down. Instead, they'll walk past and turn their face up and look down on her and tell her what she gonna be in life instead of guiding her to be what she's supposed to be in life.
Okay, so
they don't tell her.
what age range? My fault, I didn't mean to interrupt you. What age range are we talking about as the matriarchs?
I'm gonna say 50 and older.
talking about
50 and
50-year-old chicks.
50 and older is supposed to have these 20-year-olds and these their children age.
So what about the 40 and 30-year-olds?
Yeah.
I try to talk
Because
to my
a
children.
lot of them have kids that are 20.
I talk to my children the way and their friends. I don't hold any punches. I'm 43 years old. I have 5 daughters. They all have friends. I treat all of their daughters. They're my bonus daughters. I don't treat them with disrespect, and I try to tell them. And I don't talk all sensitive to them. Oh no, baby, that's not how. Girl, you do that, it's gonna have you fucked up. Plain and simple as that. Nobody has these
keeping it real.
conversations. Yeah,
Right.
but nobody has these conversations with these kids. With my sons, you make the decision to go out here and be in these streets. That's gonna be your decision. You gotta hold yourself accountable for that. If that's where you choose to go, I don't tell my sons, nah, they ain't out there doing that. They my sons. They come home every night. They come home every night after fucking shooting up a block. Okay. No, I don't. I'm not one of those parents. I don't pacify kids. I don't want them to think that they did anything wrong. I had a woman tell me that does not stop your life because you had a child. Your life may be just beginning. Mm-hmm. This was God's plans for you. And I kept going. I didn't know that at 43 I was going to be a business owner with all these goddamn kids. You know how bad my family bashed me every time I had to open my mouth and say I was pregnant again? Finally, I just said, fuck it. They don't need to know. They don't buy me shit anyway. I didn't share it with people. I just was like, they like, you got a baby? Yeah, I got a baby. Why? You buying Pampers or milk or something? Because if you ain't, mind your business. And I'll keep on moving. But at the end of the day, I tell my daughters, having children is not a mistake. I didn't make a mistake because God didn't make a mistake with me. So me having my first child was where I was supposed to go. Me having my first child was how my life was supposed to be. Guess what? It doesn't stop you from living either. You can still go to college. You can still own a business. You can still work a 9 to 5. You just got to now better plan your days and your mornings. That's it. These old heads out here, they don't do that. They don't do none of that. They just talk, and never ever have a conversation with these kids. That lady over there I seen her the other day. That's probably why I keep talking about her. That lady at that job fair, she didn't make any sense. She didn't have to tell me I couldn't come to church. The church didn't define my faith anyway, lady.
You old school young.
But how did she say it though?
Oh, you ain't allowed back in this church, yeah, baby girl.
That's not what she
You've been
said.
opening them legs too much.
So
The doors of the church are now
How did
closed.
she say it? Like,
She came, she pulled me in the office after Sunday school one day. She said, well, we can see now what's going on with you.
yeah,
And we think you shouldn't come back. And I said, excuse me?
yeah.
And she said, yeah, you shouldn't come back to Sunday school until after you give birth. And I said, me giving birth?
Yeah.
She hurt your feelings?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was 15.
Okay, but why did she
The
hurt your
only-
feelings?
I was 15.
But why did she hurt your feelings?
I was 15.
All right, we know
Okay,
you were
we know you
15
was
That's
15.
what hurt my feelings. Instead of her
because you
telling
were
me
so
that-
young.
Right.
Instead of her telling me then, like, listen, things happen. This is not the end of your life. She really like put me out to the wolves. What if church
Right.
was all I had?
That's what older people were doing back in the day.
Right.
Doing what?
Putting the kids out to the wolves.
No.
Okay, so let me ask you this then.
Now,
Nah,
who the
let me
hell is
ask you
this
this.
woman?
All right, let me ask you this then. In your older self now, she hurt your 15-year-old self feelings.
Uh-huh.
As your older self, when you look back at it now, is your feelings hurt behind what she
Yeah.
did? Do you see her side? Did she ever
No.
explain? No, did
It-
she
Did she
ever
ever explain herself?
No. What she say to me at the job fair? Can you turn that music down?
Yeah.
That's what she said.
And she was like, bro, don't turn it down. I turned it right up.
Don't like she still casts judgment. She still looks down on people. Like I don't know what her
Asking
life
them to
plan
turn the
was.
music down? Why she
No,
turn
she was-
turn
she
the
heard
Asked
music
me
she-
to turn the music down because we was playing music and she was trying to talk to people, but she
Yeah,
could still
yeah.
talk to people. It wasn't, but she's old, so older ears are sensitive.
Yeah.
So a
yeah.
little bit of music.
So she was
just-
like, "Can you
right.
turn it down?"
Can you turn that down?
And since
she didn't say
like it, and
please.
since she didn't like it,
And Nav
she
said,
"No,
turn that shit up.
turn it up." And put
No,
that
but
other thing.
that's
on.
how she
You
here.
wrong.
Here they come with
You
this
wrong, man.
this beatbox mess.
Yeah.
like that's how she
Yeah.
was. But
Yeah.
when I finally told her who I was as an adult, she looked at me. I said, "Yeah, it's me.
Yeah.
It's me. How you doing?"
Damn.
And I shook her hand. As a matter of fact, I even catered a repast for her. So it was like at this point, like she didn't stop me. I just didn't go back to that church. It took me a long time to go back in that church. A very long time. The next time I went in that church, it was for a funeral.
Wow.
And to see her still sitting in that front seat casting judgment on young people that were coming in this church, like how is this church still standing when there's nothing but the devil inside of it? It pissed me
How you
off
just gonna
so
put the
bad.
devil inside the
Damn,
church
this
like
guy-
that?
Because you cannot cast judgment on somebody and say that you are a complete faith of God.
Yes, I
No.
can.
No, you can't.
That's what the church is. We passing judgment on
No,
the
that's-
wicked.
hold on.
Hold up.
Don't do that.
Hold
Don't
up.
do that.
Now we can't do that.
That's what
Okay, all right.
religion is.
Okay, right. Only you can.
religion.
All right,
That's
next
all
topic.
religion.
Yeah,
We're
we
going to
off
talk
of
about Jay Uso. Jay Uso, you watch the Uso brothers and
She said the
wrestling.
devil was in the church.
Right, that's what she said. But when we say the devil's in the church,
can't say
we're
no
wrong.
shit
Don't
like
say
that.
that. No,
That's
we can't
hard.
say shit like that. But anyway,
I
we're talking
said
about Jay
because
Uso.
I've
Hold up.
hard.
We not going back to
That
that.
was hard.
You just said we
We
can't
don't know
talk
who
about
Jay
it.
Uso is.
Right, Jay Uso is a wrestler. Right, he got a DUI. Him.
Oh,
Right.
that's why he not on there.
Yeah, he got a DUI. He was 2.24 over the limit. So he was 3 times the legal limit. Speeding down the road, all drunk the fuck up. Yep. Stephen A. Jackson is the highest paid ESPN sports analyst at $12 million a year. Again, we're going back on that. And this is the U.S. general in Afghanistan will step down on Monday as the United States military withdraws from the country nears completion. General Austin Scott Miller will transition his command authorities to General Kenneth McKenzie, the leader of the U.S. Central Command, in the ceremony in Kabul. Right. So they're leaving Afghanistan. They're coming home. The troops are coming home, right? Which is an awesome feeling. That war is over. That's a 20-year war.
20 years.
20 years that war is going on. So yeah. So what else we got? The Tokyo Olympics will ban domestic. Oh, I already did that. Where the fuck is this shit at? I don't know. Oh, here it is. I'm sorry. The White House is pushing for a meeting with the World Anti-Doping Agency to discuss loosening restrictions on the use of cannabis by athletes. The Biden administration's move comes after star sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson had tested positive for marijuana at the U.S. Olympic trials in Oregon. The substance is legal for recreational use in the state, but it remains prohibited in some elite sports. That's good.
Let her run. This nigga really can't read, man.
What you feel about that, Gio?
What happened?
No.
He's still over here laughing at me saying
He said the devil's in the church.
That's
Yeah. Job market economy. Teenagers in the U.S. have been filling the void left by adults who still haven't returned to work since the pandemic started. Some are being promoted to general managers earning a $50,000 salary, demanding weekends off and tuition reimbursement. But not all teenagers have equally benefited from the trend. Young people of color still have a relatively high unemployment rate with white teens. Those who are willing to return to work are leveraging the competition to demand higher wages and better working conditions. Companies have traditionally shielded away from hiring minors because of state laws and are starting to embrace them.
So I spoke on this a couple of days ago. I had a conversation. The jobs have now hiring signs up, right? And you go in, you apply for the job, you don't get a call back. Some jobs you go in, you after applying for the job, you go in, they give you an interview, and then they say, oh, we already hired somebody in that position. So some of these companies are lying. They put the now hiring signs up, but they're getting the money from the state and saying, listen, we're willing to hire these people, but they're just not applying for the jobs. And the people are saying, we're applying for the jobs, but the companies is not hiring us. So, I mean, I don't know if it's a win-win or lose-lose, but it's a fucked up situation all the way around. You can apply for some of these companies. I've got companies on Indeed that just keep sending me, telling me I applied for jobs I know I didn't apply for. I applied for Amazon 20 years ago. I'm sorry, 20 years ago. And it was like when they before they really started like delivering like really high and they had it down in Delaware. They still send me an email to come in for an interview. That means they don't update their systems enough.
No, they'll rehire you after 4 years. They'll bring you back.
I never worked for Amazon.
Well, they'll bring you back.
They keep asking me to come in for an interview.
Well, go in for an interview.
Why would I do that?
Because you're high on their want list. They need bodies. The company is worth $2 trillion.
Yeah, and these companies are not hiring. They're hiring, but they're not hiring.
$203 billion, Jeff.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of fucking money. That's a lot of money. I just want $1 billion, Jeff. Just give me $1 billion and watch what I do.
I don't know.
Watch what I do. Just give me $1 billion. That's all I need. Anyway, film. Disney and Marvel superhero adventures crushed the benchmark for the biggest box office opening weekend since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. Disney reported that Black Widow generated more than $60 million in a Disney Plus Premier Access consumer spend globally, marking the rare occasion in which a studio discloses revenues for digital rentals. Overseas, Black Widow collected $78 million in its debut, boosting its global box office haul to $158 million. Did you see Black Widow this weekend? You didn't watch it? Did you watch it? Yeah, I watched it.
He said I stared at it.
Definitely.
No, I didn't watch it. So
Good movie.
I liked the joint. Reminded me of Jason Bourne with chicks.
With chicks?
Yeah, like the Jason Bourne movie.
Right.
You take all the men out and fill all women. That's what Black
Widow was about?
Yeah. So,
I said I was going to
So that's where Jason Bourne got his story from.
It's pretty much the same thing, man. Like real rap.
This is crazy.
And I like Jason Bourne.
How they trained Jason Bourne to be the killer. They trained
all the
her
other
to be the killer.
right.
And
And all the other right.
It's the same thing with women.
Yeah.
was
Russian
dope.
women.
It was dope though. They had some hot chicks in
The
there.
Red Room. Yeah,
Yeah.
Russian women are typically,
Some hot chicks in that joint.
yeah.
Sweet offense.
They was kicking ass too.
That was definitely fucking shit up.
Yeah.
This corruption is real.
With the jobs, with the now hiring signs, they're definitely posted. They're definitely there. They'll say they got 1,000 hits on CareerLink and all this other stuff, and nobody's really applying for the jobs or they're not available for the interview. When the whole time, if they call you for a job, they're not going to give it to you. Like they're still stuck in this whole PPP situation too. You got to understand these companies got millions of dollars, and all they have to do is say that they're hiring new people so that their companies can flourish. So therefore, it is what it is. Like people really are applying for jobs. Walmart hourly rate just went up. For stockers, they're at $15, $16 an hour, and cashiers are at $13, and so on and so forth. They've gone up in their hourly rates Amazon, Xfinity, all of them have gone up in their hourly rates. But in the reality of it is, I'd rather give the incentives to the ones that are already here than to hire new hires. Then I got to train and I got to do all this other stuff. And yeah, so by 2022, we should be 20% back to normal with people going back to work.
By 2022.
By 2022. Because if everybody that is on unemployment, they're not going to do anything but say, I went to the jobs and they're not hiring me. Or they're trying to pay me $12, $10 an hour to do strenuous work. That's why Amazon workers was starting to walk out, because they felt like they should be getting at least $20 to $25 an hour, which I think you're doing all this lifting, heavy lifting and sorting, you should be. So it is what it is. I mean, I don't see us getting back to 100% workforce by September when unemployment is stopped. It stops September.
You want no choice.
They do have a choice.
What's their choice?
They're going to extend it. Because the rates of COVID are miraculously going to go back up or something. They'll find something. White America is not.
They already got that in the works. That joint ain't stopping.
White America is not going back to work.
They ready to run that joint again.
Run it back. Run that joint back. Yeah. Run that joint back. Yo, I made a lot of money off that joint. Run that joint back.
Bro, Jeff Bezos made $100 billion, bro.
Everything he lost in the divorce.
He made $100 billion
he
last
got that
year,
back.
Bro. It was close to 100, like 80-some billion. He made last year. Like,
need to go to jail too. Like,
well, Jeff Bezos, he stepped down as the CEO.
Of course he did.
He was done.
I have $200 billion. I paid my wife off.
Right.
I just built the biggest boat in the history of boats.
I ain't got shit to do. And I still got $200 billion.
In the history of boats.
I can just roll around the world.
Man, the boy built a joint big as Florida, man. Like, the shit got
he built no boat that big, bro.
Bro. The boat big as Florida, man.
It can't be as big as Florida.
Hey, man.
I'm not going to
just saying, man.
He don't got the standard 100 to 250.
Yeah, bro.
Yacht.
His joint different.
He definitely got.
His joint different.
It's like he can't dock at the marinas. You gotta look it up. It's nice.
It's a city, bro. It's a real live city.
It's like a cruise ship. It's like a cruise ship,
bro. It's
just
huge.
for him and his folks.
Bro, that joint huge, man. Like,
there will be a class action suit for employees that work through the pandemic. There's definitely going to be a class action suit. Target is definitely going to have a class action suit because they were supposed to give. So the extra $300, $600 and stuff like that people were getting from unemployment, the employers were supposed to give the employees that extra money too.
Right.
So they were supposed to get an extra amount added on their check.
No doubt.
And the companies wasn't doing it. They just weren't doing it. They were finding loopholes, buying them lunch, giving them sick time, giving them extra 40 hours in sick time, paid time off, stuff like that. They were finding loopholes, but eventually it's going to come up like, no, I still was getting my regular $458 a week for employment. I never got an extra nothing. Like I know somebody's job, they every week their check coming is $626. That's how much their check is. It never went up, it never went down, same amount of taxes, everything still was the same. They offered them an additional 20 hours of PTO time and 20 hours of vacation time. So that's 40 hours total that they had to use. And it doesn't equal up to me. I'm still doing the same strenuous work. I'm still getting it out in the same timely manner. And I think you should have given me a little bit more. So that is definitely going to be a class action suit for their job. Yep.
Oh, shit. A 417-foot super yacht. That's so massive it has its own support yacht.
Bro,
with a helipad.
It got a baby yacht that's 5 minutes, bro. Like, what is you talking about?
That man said it got a baby
His
yacht.
boat got a baby boat, bro. And his baby boat is like 100 feet, man. Like, stop playing.
Yo, this joint is major.
That joint dumb,
it's
bro.
definitely major.
Like, come on, man. The baby boat got a helipad on it.
You think he saw that?
Yeah.
You think he saw that when he first started Amazon, first started selling books?
Not at all.
That he would become the world's richest man?
Not at all. He didn't let it. He had a dream to be a rich man. He didn't let it stop at that though. So once you get to one level in success, you're supposed to add another goal to it. And now I would say the problem with most people is once they get to the goal, like they get to their first million, they like, yeah, I'm rich. No, not rich enough. So keep going. Like just keep going, keep going. We give up too soon or we give in to the circumstance. We're like, all right, well, I made enough money. No, you didn't. They never stopped. He never stopped. He didn't take days off. He didn't say he was tired and don't feel like getting up and doing it this morning. He just kept going. And then he started investing in other people, which tripled his money too. So he started investing in his homie's business, his cousin's business. He started going around. So
He played a half a billion dollars for this boat.
Yeah.
$500 million
Did you see the Titanic?
for this yacht.
For the boat, bro.
Did you see the Titanic?
I'm talking about the inside of this joint. It's crazy.
Bro,
Did you
it's
see
next
the,
level, man.
Did you see the Titanic?
Boy got cash, man.
Now it's the 14th largest.
Yeah.
So it's not number one.
Oh no, Paul Allen had a big dumb joint. Bull on the Seahawks. His joint was dumb.
I just keep saying, did you see the Titanic?
Yeah.
Did you see how it went down?
Yeah.
And it snapped in half?
Yeah.
Have they gotten that under control yet?
Yeah, they've gotten it.
Yeah,
under
they got
control.
that under control.
Right.
That's all I need to
They
know.
running
I need
around
to
with
know
cars.
They line it with gold underneath the stern.
gold.
Gold.
Okay.
So that joint
The strongest
So it-
element,
yeah,
right?
so it doesn't-
right.
Okay. Like I just need
$500 million. It better be some gold somewhere in that motherfucking boat. What the fuck
The
is you talking
toilet is
about?
gold. Like no.
There better be some gold somewhere.
Shout out to him though, like for not giving up. Like he is an example that hard work pays off.
Oh, okay.
He is. You think he was given to him? It was given to him. He didn't come from generational wealth.
He definitely didn't. You see the signs of when he first started his business. He got Amazon written on the wall.
Yeah.
He's sitting around a whole bunch of books. Listen, a lot of people didn't give him credit.
No, he came with a when he pivoted his business from books, he came with an innovation that they needed, that they found lucrative, and he was able to flourish in that field. He was the first
Right.
when he pivoted to the retail line online. You know
Right.
what
He
I'm
shut
saying?
the malls down. though.
Right. He the
He
one who
Definitely
pivoted.
shut the malls down.
Yeah, he pivoted to that joint.
He
And
shut the
now-
mom and pop stores down. He shut everybody down, bro. So why is he the richest man? And he need to send me a couple billion.
Nah, but see, you can invest in Amazon by being it's called a
I
broker.
just want a couple billion. I'm not investing my
and
money.
nobody's
in
going to
Amazon.
give you anything you didn't earn.
I'm gonna call him.
So-
I'm gonna call him later.
Okay, we'll call him and see how he feels.
Man, hit him up, man.
But
he might be trying to shake too, man. He might be trying
But
to
you
do something.
you can be an investor in Amazon. They're showing you
in
it's
Amazon.
not about investing. It's you become it's kind of like a business partner. So somebody hits you and say they want to buy a security bag bottle.
Yeah.
They go on Amazon. You pick it up. That's why they have different prices.
Now you're going to Amazon
Look,
business model. Yeah.
That's why they have different prices. So I'm a vendor, you're a vendor, and he's a vendor. So mine's is $8, yours is $9, his is $10. They're gonna come with the $8. So now all I have to do is buy it from you for $7. I made $1. People are making hundreds and thousands of dollars a month off of just doing that. So you can do that. He gave you the game right there. He told you. We learned the game from the streets. I don't understand why it's not used today in business, but the proper way. We learned that you can buy an ounce, you can cut it and then you could go, and then you can.
Nah, if this is fucking luck. You know how much they just played for a video game? $1.56 million. For
1.56, not 1.56.
1.56. That's what I said.
Dante,
1.56 millions of dollars.
Yeah, 1.56.
Yeah.
Not 1.56.
No, 1.56.
Okay.
1.56.
1.56 millions of dollars.
Yeah,
Millions of dollars.
1.56 is $1,560,000.
Damn, nah.
So it wasn't 1.56.
No.
Why would it be 56? Is it 56?
Is
Say
it
it.
a,
Say
is it
it.
a,
Say
com-
it.
is it a comma?
1.56. Say it. Say it.
No,
How much money is it?
1.56.
$1.56 million? $1.56
1.56
million. You hear
it
people say
probably got-
1.56 million.
Chester Narco.
Hey.
Listen, all I'm saying is.
You hear people say 1.56 million.
I don't believe you heard somebody say that.
Okay, so say it
So
all the way out.
1.56.
Put a comma in there.
1.56
No,
million.
I ain't got no 1.56.
That's 1,560,000.
No, he said 1.56 millions of dollars.
Yeah, 1.56
I said millions
million.
of dollars after you sat there and said I'm saying it wrong.
I said
I'm
you don't
just
wanna say
I
1.56
listen.
1.56
I
million.
read the way I
1.56
read.
million.
And
It's
You don't wanna- it's
1.56.
1.56 million? You heard somebody said that before.
You don't want to say it that way? I'm just saying.
Why would you say it that way?
1.56 millions of dollars.
Yes.
1.56 million.
That's not what he said.
I said because I said millions of dollars at the end, bro. So you know that's where that
Yeah.
it's the millions of dollars.
No doubt.
That's the
Yeah,
problem.
it's
It's not
money.
the 1.56. It's the
goddamn
millions
money.
of dollars.
It's goddamn money.
Right? It's the S.
Yeah.
You're highly critical of me today now.
She is.
Why?
They really like to attack you for your reading and your
They do,
verbiage,
they
bro.
do, and I love it. I appreciate it.
He's the smartest, like
Especially Dante.
he's not the smartest, but he's like one of the smartest men I know.
That's what's
today.
up.
And like his mind is like I don't know, but then he gets on here in front of the public and makes it seem like we're not that smart.
If I act like I'm too smart, then I'm a know-it-all. I learned this. If I act like I'm too smart, then I'm a know-it-all, right? And people and
It's not an
and
act. You're smart.
we definitely don't like know-it-alls.
He's talking about this is more
That's the
than
one.
that.
That's the one thing we definitely don't like is know-it-alls. A person that can know more than I can possibly muster up
No,
to know. We look down on those types of people.
That's a lie.
No, we don't.
That's a lie.
You think we lift people up that are smarter than us?
Yeah.
Where in the black community have we? We're talking about the black community. Where have we ever done it?
Everybody doesn't look down on somebody.
Where have we ever done it, Gio?
We do it with you all the time, Pierre.
It's kind of hard to be smart.
It's hard as fuck to be smart. So what I
It
did.
depends on how you use it. Now
kinda
you
hard to
can
be
you
smart.
can be an asshole and be smart, or you can just be a cool person and be intelligent.
still smart.
It's one thing to be smart. It's one thing to be intelligent. You know what I'm saying? It's how you. It's your approach of giving.
So it's my
off the
glasses when
information.
I'm reading it off of here. I can't see, right? So I got.
That's because you need a new prescription. We keep talking about this.
It's money.
But you-
It costs money to get a new prescription.
God.
That's probably why I got a headache, right? Shit
He's
costs
one of
money.
the smartest
I don't have
people,
money.
but I know, however, he can't read to save his life. It really baffles me. Like
But it's $1.56 million.
That's what it is. 1.56.
His friends told me
Yeah.
how his father was, because I never hung in the Banneker.
Yeah.
So his friends, who are also my friends, told me how his father was, how his father made them do homework, made
Right.
them do homework before they can come outside. So we know where it comes from. You know what I'm saying? And I ever since I've known him, first of all, he got this dumbass book. It's the smartest book I've probably ever picked up. But the words are like this big.
Okay.
It's like 1 billion words in this book. He's very intelligent. It's sometimes you just can't make somebody else feel stupid just to prove that you're intelligent. You know what I'm saying?
So that's why I make myself seem like I'm stupid, so other people seem like they're
no.
smarter than me.
No.
Yeah, absolutely. And then when you come up here, you figure it out. Oh, he's not as dumb as I thought he was.
Such an ass. He's just such an ass.
I'd rather win that battle than the fight the I'm already smart war.
It depends on who you engaging.
No, it's when people think you can't have all types of conversation for me, and then they start talking bioengineering and science, and then they start talking politics, and then they go to all of, and you can keep up with every conversation. They looking like, who the fuck is this?
Right.
Child, the person you called stupid on the way here. I gotta go up here with this stupid ass person. That's like it's that for me. He's very intelligent. I don't know what happened with the reading, Dante. He gets on here, he gets nervous.
No, I don't get nervous. I don't give a fuck.
You fumble.
Honestly, I really don't. I don't really care. But yeah, this weekend, I cleaned the entryway to the highway on 95, the Delaware joint.
I seen a picture.
You cleaned it?
Yeah,
Somebody said you cleaned that.
I did it by
yourself.
myself.
All the trash.
All the trash. I left the trash bags out there. I didn't grab the trash bags.
You got all the trash
So this weekend,
by yourself over there.
Absolutely. I don't feel as though it wasn't a
Which on ramp? Curlin Street.
Curlin Street.
Going to the
Right,
highway.
where all the trash is,
Where
right?
everybody just throw it out the window.
Just
right
grab a
there.
rake.
Oh, but yeah, they do be having. That's one of their spots though. When they do the cleanup, the community service.
So Chester,
that's where they stop at.
but they ain't been doing it. So Chester
Okay.
Sweeps was out cleaning it on Saturday, right? They were down on
Christy
7th,
Barnes.
9th Street. I told them, I said, well, look, I'm gonna go to the highway because that's where I see the most dirt at.
Okay.
Right? People getting on, people getting off, right? And I just cleaned. It took 3 hours. It wasn't bad.
3 hours?
Yeah. Like I said, I was out there jamming it.
How you do that there, New Orleans bad
you was
boys?
out
How
there
you do
playing
that there, Lafayette, Lake Charles? How you do that there?
I was back. I
Dante,
was
don't-
reminiscing.
Don't tag him because he gonna say he did it first.
Who?
Dante's tag. They was out there doing it like 2 years ago.
And listen, and I'm gonna continue to do it. So I'm gonna go out there with a broom a little bit later and get the little bit of shit that's out there now. Like if we don't keep it clean,
Well,
then,
all right.
I mean,
So
before
I
it's all
feel
said
like-
and done, CMP they're gonna adopt that highway. That's gonna be CMP radio. That's gonna be. I mean,
All right, well, I ain't getting out there cleaning with you. I'm letting you
that's
know
the
that
fuck
now.
you are.
Yeah.
I gotta clean my own
You ain't
block.
cleaning with me.
Yeah.
I gotta clean my own
You
block.
gotta move the other block
After your block,
after your block.
going up there.
I got two so
Okay,
far.
After your two
second
blocks.
That's
there.
it. I'm done. I only got one day.
I'm gonna need you to chill.
I'm serious. Like my whole thing with the shout out to you. I didn't know you got out there and did it. I did see that Christina, but I was working Saturday, so I had 2 different jobs on Saturday. But my whole thing is we have a whole streets department.
Yeah, we do, but I could tell the trash had been out there for a long time.
It has,
and this is
when the mayor's office and the rep's office went out there to clean. It had been out there for a long time then too.
So I'm not worried.
And for some odd reason, they should have gotten them on that. Then y'all stood out there for 3 hours too, and they didn't make the streets department. Hey, like that little section right there, that's still Chester.
It's
like
not.
None of that.
It's not really. So it's considered a part
highway
of the
department.
highway.
So
it's
we have
PennDOT.
heavy highway.
So it's PennDOT. It's heavy highway, but it's PennDOT.
Yeah,
right?
but we have heavy highway.
Right.
With that coming around with both because somebody had threw a
Well, I hope
mattress
somebody
over
goes
there.
and pick up the trash bags. If not, I'll just get Maserati ran to slide through there and pick up the trash bag.
You watch The Chi?
No, I don't watch TV. I don't have a TV.
Daddy says they were looking at a TV.
Okay. I don't.
What's that?
What happened?
Appears to be a television.
It appears to be a television.
Got Roku and shit on.
Yeah, it's on there, right?
Yeah.
So
I don't stay in here. I don't. You know.
So in that room, you going
It's a TV.
It's a TV in that room too,
Yeah.
and the other room, but I don't turn them on.
whatever.
It's an idiot box,
So
literally.
nonetheless,
That's what my dad used to call them.
The Chi they're now publicizing. They're on the Black Lives Matter movement segments
On the Chi.
Yeah, on the Chi.
Okay.
So they're talking about how they no longer need policing. So they have like this whole community policing type of situation going on, and they were actually trying it for real in Chicago. Community policing, despite the fact that they can't do anything with the shooters, they could find a way to downsize the rest of the domestic violence and misunderstandings that was going on in their community.
So you're making regular community people police?
Yeah.
Like, is this auxiliary police or is this police? Like they have a gun and a bag?
It's just auxiliary police. And
yeah, you're not
they're
gonna.
saying,
no, I'm not doing none of that.
So, well, not in Chicago, I'm not. But they were saying like, if blacks, so after you watch the shows, you can like kind of sort of read up on some of the stuff.
Right.
And it was like, as black communities, instead of allowing them to come in to kill us, why don't we, start to maintain our own? So then when they come in, they only have to patrol us. They only have to ride around and just.
They should get out their car and police that way.
That way, and
Right.
get to know the community.
Right.
So
don't just pull up.
They had a phone helpline.
Okay.
They implemented a phone helpline. So if it's not a major crime, call the phone helpline and allow us as the community to handle it. I thought it was pretty dope. I thought that was a pretty dope experiment that they put inside that show. Because instead of the man going to jail for him and his woman having a argument.
Did he hit her?
No.
Okay.
Where the neighbors called the cops because it was too loud.
Right.
They came, they talked it out, asked the man, hey, well, why don't you come? You got a safe house, you can stay for the night, or she could leave, whichever one. It was like giving different opportunities instead of putting people in jail and getting fines.
I agree with that. If he didn't hit her, if nobody got hit, nobody got stabbed or anything like that, just leave for the night. And hopefully y'all get it together tomorrow. If
He
you
had
don't,
lost his job.
Didn't he kill the chick brother last night?
I ain't watched the one from last night.
Yeah.
Who killed what chick brother?
The dude you talking about who's had the domestic thing. Him and the girl, and they went to the apartment.
Yeah, he killed the brother.
She called her brother on him, and he smoked him.
But see what happened? Why did you call your brother? Because he didn't want her on Backpage?
Because she a woman.
Why you just tell me I ain't watched the one from last night?
Oh, I didn't know. I thought that's the one we was talking about.
No, they've been doing this for 3 segments.
oh, so
3
see, your
episodes.
shit, the plan you got don't even fucking work.
No, it does work. But it also proves that we always add somebody else to the equation, and you see what happened? Her brother died. Not
And
the
you call
woman.
your crazy ass brother, that's what happens. That's the first thing women yell out their mouth.
That's a bad move for a chick.
I'm going to get my
Cause her
brother.
brother to
Please go
die.
get your brother because I
You
can't
about
fuck
to
you
get
up.
somebody
I'm going to
smoked.
trash your brother.
You about to get somebody smoked.
Go get your brother, please.
That's-
Go get him. Matter of fact, call him right now so I can tell him, please come take this ass whooping for your sister.
That's crazy. I'm really upset.
Nah, that's how that goes.
I ain't even gonna watch that one.
The chick calls her brother to die.
Yeah,
It's
like
sad.
the first time he was like, listen, he was like, I lost my job. I carried this for 10 years.
Yeah.
10 years. He was like, I lost my job. I do not want you on Backpage having the whole, everybody getting to see all your stuff. She said, they gonna see it anyway.
Yeah.
Who said?
The woman, he
woman.
should have let, like her level of disrespect, and I didn't know that was his daughter until last week's episode. I thought it was her daughter.
Yeah.
She said, I'm not her mother, and saw that little girl like that. You've been there since she was 6.
Yeah.
She was like 16,
Oh, she started
17
making
years
money
old.
off Backpage?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
she
making
making
money.
she
off
making a
of
nice
Backpage.
she making a nice little.
Oh, niggas was knocking her off?
You know, she do videos.
Well, she was
and
doing
all that.
videos.
Videos? I don't want to see
Yeah.
no fucking
And they
video.
was paying her for videos.
That's the white people. They'll watch the videos.
They'll watch
I need
the
you to put your hands on me. I'm sorry.
Sorry, sad. But
I'm not gonna pay. I'm not gonna pay for something I could do for free on a free website.
I'm really
that
not.
makes.
I'm really not involved with purchasing.
I'm not purchasing something I could get for free. X videos, you know, right there. My hand, lotion. It's done in 5 minutes. I'm good.
So you're not paying for it.
I'm not gonna pay nobody to take their clothes off you. If you're gonna take your clothes off, it's gonna be in front of me. I'm gonna get the touch. You feel me?
I'm definitely not paying for no porn.
I'm not
That
paying.
don't
No, porn is free.
That don't even make no sense.
Gio, Dante is talking to you.
What do you say?
Did you see her with the vibrator on her titties when the bull walked in?
Yo, that's you gotta watch it, cause she got these. Yo, this shit funny though, but like, yo, that shit funny. I was watching that shit early this morning.
So on the Shy,
I wouldn't be mad at my girl if she was doing that.
The track star, yes, you would.
No, I wouldn't have.
She was doing it like in front of people all the time. With
It's a
her
nice
daughter in the
it's
house.
a nice business.
It was,
If she making money,
Nice business.
if she's making money and the bills are being paid and I ain't got to fucking work,
you
nice
leaving
business.
now, Mom?
give me the other TV. I'm gonna plug up the PlayStation 5.
It's a nice business.
If
Better go shake that ass.
It's a nice business.
No, I don't think so.
What?
I don't.
I
You don't think so?
I appreciate
not
the
if I
contribution.
not if I have respect. For
If I have
you in
respect
a
for it, I
relationship.
have respect. Ain't nobody touching her.
Don't tell my mom, please don't.
Ain't nobody touching her.
So it's a section on the Shy where the
Why
the
Miss
daughter
Rose? Why Miss Rose running?
she leaving because we started talking about
Sexual
yeah,
activities.
vibrators and stuff.
Right.
But
Oh,
so
your mom
it's-
got sensitive ears.
she doesn't want to hear me talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's a section on there where Keisha was kidnapped by somebody was stalking Keisha, and he kidnapped her. Remember the daughter that ended up pregnant?
Okay, the dark one. Okay.
So it's really crazy, right? I never want to see anything happen to anybody's kids or anything. I never got word if they found the kids from the other day, but my daughter has a stalker.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot him if he keeps playing with my daughter.
What do you mean she has a stalker?
So, my 20-year-old,
Okay.
everywhere she goes, she's starting to notice that this one particular guy is there. And
Is she fine?
Huh?
Is she fine?
What?
Is she cute?
Is she fine?
nice? Does she
Is
look
your
nice?
daughter fine?
I don't care what she is. She's my daughter.
I'm trying to get context of the story.
Nah, she ugly, bro.
She ugly, bro?
Yeah, she
All right, cool. Keep
that
going.
better?
Continue.
No, she's not.
Right.
That's why I was trying to,
No, she's
you
not.
know, continue.
But, so she called me and said that he was at work. So I never want anybody to take stalking.
So he works with her?
No. She called me while she was at work, and she says, I don't know if it's a coincidence.
Where
but
does she
every
work?
aisle, she works at Walmart.
Okay.
So it's a public store.
Right.
So she's like, every aisle that I'm in.
So he knows
this
she
man-
works at Walmart.
Can I get through it?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So she says, every aisle that I'm in, this man is in the same aisle as I am.
Yeah.
So she says, I'm not sure if it's a coincidence or if he's really following me around the store. So I said, well, go to your department and then you'll find out.
Yeah.
So she goes to her department.
And he pops up there.
And he pops up there. So that was the very first time she ever noticed him. So he came back to the store like 2 days later, and then every day for like 3 days he showed up at the store doing the same exact thing. So then she was going in the house. She was like, Mom. I'm like, what? She's like, that man is at the store across the street from our house.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, all right. You sure it's him? She's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's him. I said, okay, well, go in the house, lock the door, and, I'll be there to pick you up or whatever. So we're over town watching the little prom with the kids the other day. So she's like shaking. She's like trying to talk to me, but her voice is shaking, her hands are shaking. I'm like, what's up, mamas? She like, listen to me. I'm like, what? She's like, the man that's been following me. I'm like, yeah. She's like, he's right there. I'm like, where? Yo, the man is like standing right here. Like, she's standing in front of me. I'm at the car. He's like right there at the wall. So I'm like, you sure that's him? He's like, I'm like,
The
yo.
black dude?
Yeah. So I'm like, yo. So he looks over with this dumbass smile. I said, this either gonna be your obituary or your most wanted picture. You take your pick, but you're gonna stop today. So 2 days after that, she's at work. He now knows her work schedule. So 2 days after that, she's at work and she's like, Mom, that man is in here. So I'm like, you sure? She's like, yeah. She's on one side of the electronics aisle. He's on the other side. So she goes down, turns through the towel aisle. He turns off, and now he's like right in front of her. So I'm like, all right, mamas, I'll be there. So I'm taking too long to get there. So she takes her FaceTime and turns it around. The man is standing behind her in electronics. I said, hit him with the weight at this point. Like, hit him with the weight. So now he's not allowed at inside of the Walmart that she works in. But it's just so frightening. Like, she can't go to her car after she gets off of work by herself. She has to be escorted. Like, that's not fair. Like, why do people feel like they have to stalk somebody? I had one, and somebody didn't take me serious until they had to take me serious.
I think you're like six or 7 days in on this man stalking her, right?
It's way more days than that.
So
I called the cops.
Right.
Filed the report.
Chichester police should have pulled up to the Walmart.
Well, by the time I got there, he was gone. So my whole thing, I'm not asking you no questions. At this point, you're going to stay the fuck away from my daughter because, like, he thinks it's funny. And you know how some people, they like, heighten their selves off of fear.
He's not all the way there.
He can't be. So I'm like, girl, I bought you a whole defense keychain. She like, I left it home. No, you cannot leave that home. I bought you this so that you can carry it around because you need it.
She got to pepper spray him in the store.
No, we just got a gun license.
No, so you do it in the store. She's an employee. Walmart has to protect her. You understand what I'm saying? They have to protect their employees. So if you pepper spray him in the store, security comes, he's following me, he's been stalking me. They look back and see how many times, and stalking charges are already on him. She do that outside, it's different, right? She's on her own. But in the store, she's protected. So I definitely pepper spray that nigga in the store, kick him in the nuts, punch him in the mouth, and run.
I had to tell, like, people punch him in the mouth, kick him in the nuts, and run.
Kick him in the nuts.
I mean, did he say anything?
He never says anything.
Right,
to
he
her.
got a problem,
He just smiles at her and stares at her and follows her around.
You think she cute?
And then, like, if she touches something, he'll rub it. He'll walk past and touch whatever she just touched.
Yeah.
Like, he was doing that while I'm on FaceTime. I'm like, that's fucking crazy. I'm gonna kill this nigga. Like, and I'm really saying this like with anger in me because I have to protect her at this point. I'm like, no.
She gotta go to the front. She gotta make a complaint. She gotta talk about him. Take a picture of him.
Listen, I had a meeting with the managers. Come on now, come on over, come on, because I need to know why he keeps being back in this store. And she's already brought it to attention. The first time they made her go to the back, the man waited. Like, he waited for her to come back out. Like, what? No.
He might be a little slow, but she caught his eye, so.
I don't like that. I've experienced the whole stalker situation. I ain't seen my stalker in years.
I ain't never had a stalker. I'll take one though.
Somebody was stalking?
Yeah, coming to all the
I think
CMP
men see
parties.
stalkers differently.
No.
If I see a woman and she too many places, I'm gonna turn around and say, "What's up? You want this meat?"
I don't think you should take. That shouldn't be that. That shouldn't be that. Stalkers.
want this meat?
People don't understand.
What are you looking for?
What you want? For some
Stalkers,
chicken?
stalkers are like very dangerous. People thinking, oh, they just like me. No, the obsession is crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna
that
give her all
boy
the-
that kept coming to all the CMP events and everywhere, they left me in the kitchen with him by myself. Kenny, like, where your gun at? I didn't have my gun. No,
The boy was
he
crazy
was in the
from- he was
comments.
crazy from the rip.
He was in the comments. He would show up to all the events, and then he kept calling me on Facebook to get tickets and stuff. I'm like, you gotta call Pierre. Finally, I blocked him. I walked in a party, the nigga shoved a drink in my face like to make me drink it.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Ooh.
It was like nobody wasn't taking him serious until you had no choice but to take him serious. No, I'm snapping. Y'all left me in the fucking kitchen by myself. That man was standing behind me. Chaz came in there to save me. No, that's scary. That's very scary. People don't take stalking seriously. They don't take
He did something?
obsession.
He just was. I'm not going to minimize.
I'm not minimizing nothing.
I'm
I'm
not minimizing.
I'm
The
curious.
The last thing he did was we was at the New Year's Eve party for JR Kicks.
Okay.
He was standing in the hallway beating his meat. I'm at the thing. Something went on upstairs. He's standing there rubbing himself. And I'm like, I'm going to shoot him to death. This is crazy.
I've heard enough.
Yo, I snapped so bad. Pierre came, you gotta go. You gotta go. That was the last time I saw him, like, in Facebook world, real life, everything. I've never seen him again since then.
That's hard.
You can't be having crazy people. You think that he's harmless, but at the end of the day, you don't know what he's capable of, right?
The girl on the Shy. The reason why I brought it up, the guy was Obsessed with her. He went to all her track meets. He was with her everywhere he was doing what? Y'all get on my nerves. He was doing what? He went to everywhere this girl was at, and then finally one day she disappeared. Like she just wasn't around no more. And she kept saying, Mom, every time I turn around, she was telling her mom, and they weren't taking it seriously. You have to take these things seriously. You honestly do. I can't believe y'all are laughing. That is not funny.
It really is, though.
It really is, though.
It really is, though.
Dante and Jabri, I cannot
Do
believe
that
y'all
there.
laughing at me like that.
Lord, how you do that there? Laughing at Big Charles. How you do that there?
When you hear this type of music, what type of energy does it bring to you? Party,
How you
right?
do that there?
Them young people don't have this.
Do that there.
Say, who that? Say they want to do that. Run up off the wheel and get your ass whooped.
So I was listening to Master P this weekend, right? And it just
right.
It like those 3 hours flew by, right? And I'm like, damn, I got that shit done so fast.
Yeah. I'm thinking it wasn't a lot, but go ahead.
It was. You look at the bags; every bag is full. You can't go pick them bags
I'm
up.
thinking you put some grass in them joints. You know, pull some leaves and little.
That's still. I'm still pulling leaves.
I'm just saying.
It's a lot of dirt. It was a lot of twigs. It was a lot of shit out there.
I don't think that was a lot of trash.
Oh my God, Jabri!
Yeah.
But I cleaned it the fuck up.
It's his next comment.
What did he say?
What did he say?
He was dropping his own ball for the New Year.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was listening to Master P and I was thinking about when I was out there. I said, man, I was really running the street listening to this, bro. Like,
yeah.
When Bout It first dropped, what was you doing now?
What year was that?
That was 97.
97. About to have my second kid. So we know what I was doing.
She was out here thotting.
Bitch, I wasn't no
Never
kid.
turn my back, nigga. Never. I could never forget where I came from. All my mother past souls. Native of New Orleans, all y'all.
But anyway, let's go to church real quick. Oh shit. Nah.
Yes.
It's church, man. What you thinking about, right? I got what I want to say.
They shooting at the church? What?
They tripping, man.
Churches allow guns now.
Churches better carry guns.
Churches allow guns. Mega churches have allowed guns. So I feel as though they don't walk by faith.
What do you mean, allow guns?
Ooh, he said Gio hating on me cleaning it up because Stephon Roots didn't clean it up. Damn.
Hold up. First off,
How you gonna start?
First off, why he
Gonna start off church with a? It's a gunshot wedding, man. It's a shotgun
Right
wedding.
at me like that though. He funny, man.
That's what
Bro,
we do.
I don't work for Stephon Roots. Like, why is he saying that?
Be the type of person who
what he
leaves a
cleaned up.
mark and not a scar. Be the type of person that can leave a legacy behind when he's gone, and not leave a legacy to be fulfilled. Right? Honor yourself, honor your name, honor your people, honor your community with the work that you put forth. Don't be useless.
Take a risk in life and don't live with regret. If you don't take a risk on you, who will?
Who will? Who will? Jill, you have any church quotations for today? No?
Say what now?
Church quotations? No?
I'm not even involved with that type of work.
It don't have to be a mosque.
It's an inspirational.
No, I mean,
Inspirational quote?
Do you have religion?
no,
You have no religion?
no,
Are you atheist?
no.
No. You just. Do you have faith?
It's his personal journey.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Right.
I mean, you have to. You don't have to ask, but it's nice to know.
That's not nice to know. Just know that I
don't
believe.
like
I
people
believe
who
in.
try to beat religion into you. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't beat religion into me.
Oh nah, you know your vibe is your vibe. Like
Yeah.
whatever you vibe on, that's your thing.
Do you pray
Occasionally.
occasionally?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it works? Do you think prayer works? How people live by it?
I don't know about that. Like, you know, I know for me, it's more of a meditating thing.
Okay.
It's more of a calming thing for me. I'm not the pray for something person. Like,
Okay.
you feel me? And then when that don't happen, I'm like, I'm more of a space in my mind type of prayer. Like I'm at a dark space right now, so I gotta
Get it together.
Yeah, you feel me?
Okay.
Yeah, so I ain't really into the if you pray you gonna get something back for it. I don't, you know. But to each his own.
Each his own. I think religion is a personal journey.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be trying to recruit people to come and hang out in your gang.
Yeah, it's a gang mentality.
And you shouldn't compare.
And Knob Church carry guns.
Because guess what?
That's a gang.
One guy
No, not
Oh, that was your church that you was talking about? Oh.
One
I was
guy
at a
created
funeral
all
with
this
a gun.
stuff.
What?
No matter what you call him, there's one guy. And his name is Dave. And you'll see that when you die.
So
and you get
I
up
was
there.
at a funeral with a gun, and so was the funeral directors.
You was at a funeral with a gun?
Yeah.
I really don't like the energy of y'all funeral. Like I'm
Of y'all funeral?
No, the funeral you was at. That funeral, y'all funeral. I don't like the energy there. Like
And you know what's so crazy? Because
we celebrating somebody's life with guns.
It's more personal camera.
That's hard.
It's not celebrating life with guns. Well, actually, in Egypt, they do celebrate life with guns. They
Absolutely.
They let them gunfire when someone is born.
Yeah.
They celebrate with.
Well, I don't know why they do that, but okay.
I don't know why they do it either. That's
They
why
celebrate.
they're so immune to
I mean,
gunshots.
I don't think Naf was carrying a gun to shoot off at the funeral.
It was the funeral
celebration.
it was the funeral that I was at. Yeah, I had to protect me and mine.
Shit.
Yeah, and the crazy part, that particular funeral that I went to, the funeral director suggested if you have a legal firearm to bring it with you. Like what?
Hold on, time out.
Hold. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
The funeral director
Suggested
that you bring, if you have a legal firearm, that you bring your legal firearm to a funeral.
Absolutely.
And you went to the funeral? And took
yeah.
your legal firearm.
Yeah.
So you would have shot
I
someone.
went in for the view.
You would have shot someone.
Yeah.
Bro,
If what happened.
Yeah, at a funeral.
So
if they came in there and wanted to kill more people.
Ooh, I can't wait till this show over. So
It's a different type of funeral, man.
First of all, we're not gonna act like that does not happen.
I've never been to a funeral like that.
We're not gonna act like
I'm gonna act like this never happened to me.
Well, it's never happened to us personally, but we're not gonna act like funerals haven't been shot up. We're not gonna act like memorials haven't been shot up.
What funeral been shot up?
Where did they have this funeral at? In Gens?
I'm trying to figure out what church has been shot up. Most funerals of the popular people happen at St. Luke. When has St. Luke's been shot up? First Pentecostal. When has First Pentecostal been shot up? When has any of the masjids been shot up? I need to know.
The Church of the
Don't
Gold
say it
Room,
out
bro. Yeah, man. The Church of the Gold Room, man.
Oh well, yeah. Oh, okay.
Right.
So the funeral director.
That's inside the situation. So I would see
the
that.
funeral director.
Reginald Laws.
The funeral director suggested.
That's at
if you
Laws. That's
have-
how they get down with that joint.
He just tagged the funeral directors. The funeral director suggested, and he was very blunt about it. If you have a firearm, bring it with you. I guess I don't know what it was really about.
Where was it a recent funeral shooting at?
Listen, you don't. If you're not going to the funeral, you'll be like, oh my God, they were shooting outside that
No,
funeral.
I'm talking about that we didn't hear about it. When was this?
You didn't hear about the one that I was at.
Y'all was shooting?
Listen.
Holy shit.
Anything is liable happening in church. You never know, but the mega churches down south and stuff like that, they definitely care. They have armed guards. Number
Fred
one.
Green. Oh my God.
Because they.
Who put Fred Green up there, man?
Dante.
Let me see
his stomach.
Fred Green.
Let me see his stomach.
They said they got a new
Was Fred
shakeup
Green
going
a
on at the
funeral
school
director or
board.
something?
I'm trying to see who
Are
the.
they firing everybody?
So there's a new president, new vice president. There's a new situation, and a new superintendent. So as soon as I find out that information, we will be talking about that on Monday.
And how much money
on
are the ones
Wednesday.
that are leaving taking with them?
Fred Green, a pastor?
No,
What?
not yet.
Why you tagging him up there? He a funeral director?
Yeah.
He is?
Yeah, he worked for
You
New
lying.
Hunt.
Yeah,
He worked for New Hunt.
I was wondering why he be looking like a vampire like that, bro. I didn't know he was into that morbid shit. Like, no, because last time I seen him, it was in the daytime. I'm like, what is he doing out here? Like, it's daytime. Like, you only supposed to. Why are you even out here, bro? Like, I didn't know. I said, what the? Yo, I said, why is he out here? I didn't know that y'all could be out in the daytime.
Oh my God, bro.
Listen.
But it makes sense now. He ain't got a funeral parlor. It makes sense. I didn't know.
CMPRadio.net. It's the morning meeting, and let's go ahead into our relationship advice.
You do me right. I don't even wanna talk to you. I don't even wanna hear you speak my name until you do me right. Only wrong is gonna come to you. Yeah. Nothing good is gonna come to you. Change your way until you change your evil
Is this
ways.
the relationship song? Right here? This
He
is the
keep
relationship song.
He keep playing D.
I mean, I can't
So
find
has
another.
this been registered in the Black Almanac as the relationship song?
I don't think so.
know. Is this in the Hood Almanac? I don't know. 'Cause I want to start listening to it. I didn't know.
He said, "Is this?" I believe that if more people put on there, if you're not going to treat me right, that I don't have. It's about respect.
So you do me right. I don't even want to talk to you.
I believe the words that. But that's not. That's
talk to you.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't even want to hear you say my name.
Yeah, she's mad.
Till
he's mad.
She's mad. That's
a guy?
That's after 7.
Oh, okay.
Like you wouldn't.
What
You
you thought that was Tony
was in the
Braxton?
street.
Yeah, I thought it was Tony Braxton or somebody, bro.
You was in the street.
Anita Baker. I didn't know who the fuck that was.
You was definitely out in the street.
It do sound like Tony.
Bro, I didn't
It definitely
know
do. I'm not gonna say it don't.
I didn't know.
I don't know about Anita though. God,
But
bro.
I don't know that. Why is the man sounding all soft like that, man? That's a little.
That's that 90s R&B.
And you have more women. You have more women who are bashing men in relationships than we wish to believe.
Okay, I think that this person who was singing on that song has eyeliner in the album cover picture.
He don't.
He don't.
No.
So after 7 were Babyface's brothers.
He
and
got
cousins.
eyeliner on the picture. I know he
Right.
do. Look it up. I promise you.
Oh, do I want to?
He definitely had blush.
They definitely had blush on.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
So you do me right, right?
Okay.
You lie to me once, our whole relationship becomes a lie.
Okay.
Just leave me where you found me until you're absolutely ready
Okay.
for a real relationship.
Okay.
So I'm a strong believer on once the one action is given, right? Once the other partner lies. So if I lie in a relationship, then obviously I don't want to be in a relationship.
So hold on.
Hold on, let me finish.
No, I don't want to get too far because we got to talk about the lie part, right?
Okay.
So the lie sometimes can help and not hinder.
No.
Some people might be lying to save your feelings.
We already know you lie. This has nothing to do with Nafati. Nafati is okay with
Thank
her
you for coming,
lies
Miss Anita.
as long as her lies are her lies. But if you lie,
it might not be a lie. It might. I just told you the other day. It's your truth. That's all it is.
It's a lie. If you are lying about your destination,
Jody say?
where you were.
What did Jody say?
Hold on, time out. I'm not basing this off no movie. I'm basing this off real fucking life. And you saw Jody was on there crying about all the shit that he was dealing with. What's his name? Tyrese. He was dealing with all that real shit and crying, like made us dark skinned brothers look bad.
What did he say about lying?
And I ain't even dark skinned.
What did he say about lying?
You dark skinned.
I'm dark skinned?
You dark skinned.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
You in the club, bro.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm
You on
just
the
saying.
team.
Go ahead now.
One lie about where you are, what you're doing, then sparks me to lie too about where I am and what I'm doing.
So what if my lie is for a surprise for you? I can't tell you where I am because
That's not a
I'm
lie.
picking up something.
That's not
for
a
you.
lie.
That's
a cover up.
It's still a lie, bro. I didn't tell you the truth.
It's a lie that has good intentions. You didn't lie. You didn't lie. You didn't lie to me.
I just said some lies help.
But you can't use. That's not the type of lies we're talking about today. We're not talking about cover up lies. We're talking about deceitful, hurtful, manipulative lies.
Okay.
right? What you call me, the master of what?
Manipulation.
The master of manipulation type shit. Like, yeah, look over here, right? And the whole time I'm over here playing with your girlfriend. Hey, look at my hand over here.
Some people need to be manipulated sometimes.
You think so?
I know so.
Okay. Give me an example.
Say that again.
Give me an example of someone needing manipulation.
Let's say one of your children, they're doing something that you know this shit not going to end good. You trying to tell them, know what I'm saying, they're not hearing it. You're going to have to try to manipulate them in a certain way to get them to do a different thing. All right. You know what I'm saying? So,
No, I think that works more with a husband and a wife situation.
Same
not
way.
A kid.
I mean, you know.
A kid, you gonna let them learn on their own, no matter how you look at it. But a husband-
No. Some things you can't let them learn. Some things you can't just leave it to be learned.
I can't. Children shouldn't be manipulated because they have to live their own lives.
Yeah.
A husband and wife situation, she will allow that man to think that was his idea, that she has planted in him for weeks. That's manipulation to me.
Oh, okay.
She will allow him to think, yeah, I just asked him to take out the trash. He decided to do it. He'll be like, I took out the trash. The whole time she has set him up for taking out the trash.
Right.
Like,
she put forth a scheme that she wanted the outcome.
manipulation.
She manipulated the same. Right.
We're going to dinner at this particular restaurant. She will plant the seed. He will eventually see it. That to me is manipulation. With a child,
You do that to your children when you want them to do stuff. You plant seeds in them beforehand that you want them to move in this way. So you are, in fact, manipulating them. You're molding them. You're changing how they
molding and preparing
and
is not
manipulating.
manipulating.
Yeah.
I don't see me
respect it.
manipulating my children the way I have done men.
I would say that's varying degrees. You know what I'm saying? It's varying degrees of manipulation, like it's varying degrees of lying. And what's considered a lie.
He said a deceitful lie. I'm thinking a lie is a lie. At
They're
all
not.
times, if I'm trying to surprise you, you have to trust me enough to not question me so that I don't have. That's the problem. People feel as though they have to question everything that you're doing because of their own insecurities.
It's actually my fault. It's actually certain things I feel as though you shouldn't tell me. Like, keep that shit to yourself.
I agree with that.
Keep that shit to yourself.
Like what?
It could be anything. I'm just saying, there's certain shit.
You said there's certain things that she
it's certain
shouldn't tell
shit she
you.
gonna do that she shouldn't even fucking tell me. Okay, like prime example. It's no reason for her to be honest with me that she was thinking about her ex. You see what I'm saying? Why would you be honest with me and tell me some shit like that?
Do you have moments where you think about your ex?
Don't answer that.
Don't answer that. See? Right?
Say that again now.
Don't answer that.
Do I have moments when I think of my ex?
Right.
Don't answer
Yes. Yes. So now we're gonna say, what do I think about?
No, I'm not going. I'm not going to go that deep. I just
all right.
because that's
Yeah.
why you feel as though you don't want to know.
Of course I do.
Right.
No, I'm saying I don't need to know. This
Right.
is something that I don't need to know.
Okay.
That you thinking about or that you weighing. This is
Right.
this is an instance where I don't need to know that. So if I ask you right now and you my woman, what you thinking about, and that's what you thinking about, why would you tell me that? Like, tell me.
Because
you
I'm trying to be
thinking about-
truthful with you.
Man, I don't want to hear
I'm
that
thinking
shit.
about calling my ex and asking him to take me out to dinner.
I'm not saying all that.
I don't think
I'm
nobody
not
is saying that.
thinking like that. I'm just saying that's what you was thinking about. Like, why would you tell me something?
I
like
think
that?
it's some things that in a relationship, I think people overly share. They share too much.
Yeah.
It's some things you have to keep to yourself to remain yourself.
No, that's when people think
like my
everything
money
has to be
situation.
100% honest. When you thinking like that, I have to be 100% honest with somebody. Anything that you think they're going to be mad about, you feel like you got to tell them because you're thinking you got to be 100% honest. No, I don't care if you're going to be mad about certain stuff. I'm not going to tell you.
I'm watching the show called Virgin Rivers, and the one guy on there, he's having children with another woman, so he doesn't try to stress his current woman out. So he doesn't bring everything to her. So she finds out something in particular, and she's like, "Why didn't you never tell me?" He said, "It wasn't just stress to carry." I think certain things you should keep to yourself. I don't think that you should run and tell your mate every problem that you're having because you know they already have problems. Some things, if I have issues with my children's father, I don't take it to my mate. I don't be like, man, this nigga not trying to pay nothing. He not trying to do nothing. I don't take that to them. I keep that to myself because that was my decision to have children with him. So I don't want that to become our stress when it's just something that I just have to deal with, in which I will get. I know I watch too much TV. I'm sorry.
Trust me, everything about the show.
It is, but it becomes life. Like it be life lessons.
Yeah,
and I watch stupid shows though, and I only watch them on Sundays. Like that's the only, I'm always talking about what I watched on TV on Monday, because on Sundays is the only days that I get to watch TV. It's the only time, and it's normally from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Damn.
Yeah. So, it was a lesson. I don't want to make my stress your stress, and if it doesn't have to be. And if it's about us, then we're stressing together. But if it's something that I can handle on my own, I don't want you looking at my children's father any different because him and I are having a disagreement. I don't want you know what we need inside this household. When you took me on as your wife, you took my children on as your children. So therefore, it's some things that people in relationship need to keep to themselves. Because that's the reason why new women and the ex-woman can't get along, or new men and the ex-man can't get along because they are constantly sharing the arguments that they have with the other person.
It's more a woman thing.
No, it's a man too.
And I said it's more a woman thing. I didn't say it's absolutely a woman thing. It's more a woman thing where you get a new woman and she don't like the new woman, and that's just going to be a whole thing.
I think most women
Not
who
so
don't
much
like
with
the
men.
new women, most women who does not like the new women they're angry because they feel as though they invested so much time into this man, and now he's being the man that they were grooming with this new woman. I think that's why they don't like the new woman. You're reaping the benefits of what I built.
That be women problem. They think they built the man.
Yeah, that be the issue.
That's what I mean about the roles being reversed. Remember we was having that conversation when I said the women roles reversed?
Right.
So you heard what she just said?
Right.
That the woman think she built the man.
That's how she feels. That's how
You see
she
what I'm
honestly
saying?
feels.
That's in the conversation we was having where women thinking is fucked up. That's one of the reasons.
No, she doesn't think
You
that.
didn't build him up?
All right, she did.
No.
Listen, and I'm going to say this.
Talk to me.
If you are a man and you are down on your luck and she woke you up in the morning to go, she helped you with applications, she stood by you, she helped you through this time. And she wasn't one of those type of women that threw it at you like, I'm paying all these bills, I'm doing this, I'm
Then
doing
you ain't
that.
leaving her.
So why do they leave?
Because she got
No.
for me it's
Why do who leave?
Why do the men leave?
Because
Obviously, it's something about her that
because
doesn't sit.
she was a preparer.
No,
she was not supposed to be the person.
because every man is different.
Every man is different. I
And
agree
see,
with that.
women have in their head that it's a blanket set of requirements that they're supposed to have for a man. You got to know how to cook. You got to be the best sex person. Suck the best dick. Do all these certain things the best. But that's not the case. Every man don't require that she be the top in all those things.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't require that my woman be the best cook. Even though that my wife can cook, I don't require that of her. So that's not important for me on the list of requirements for a mate, for me.
My brother
But
asked,
we're-
what is the standards of a woman
But we're
one day?
upright. See, it's different for each man. Each man needs a mate that fit him. It's not a general thing. Every woman, not for every man. Know what I'm saying? She gonna bring what she gonna bring for you and fit you.
It wasn't so much as built him up. That's just how she viewed it. I was
Yeah,
patient enough.
she was tripping.
I was patient enough to stand by you while you got your shit together, and then you left, and now someone else is reaping the benefits of it. Like, you know how many women, and I'm putting up air quotes, say they take care of a man. Oh, he didn't have a job, I carried the weight of the bills. He didn't do this, I did this. And then now, this man is no longer with this woman. They broke up because she kept saying, you not doing this, you're not doing that. They broke up. So here we are a year later, this man is with someone else. He now has a good job. He now has benefits. He now is helping with the bills. He now is making it so that this other woman is not stressed. This woman on the outside looking in is like, that motherfucker never did that for me. So she's angry. This is why she doesn't like the new
Pussy
woman.
wasn't good enough.
No, that's not true. That's
Shit.
not true.
Shit.
That's not true. It has nothing to do with the sex part.
There's an outside force pushing inward, right? And if the outside force isn't as
It
good,
has nothing to do with sex, bro. Everything don't have something to do with sex.
all right. Well, we talking about men. You're talking about men,
everything's still
right?
When a man is ready, I always say this: when a man is ready, he will be right for the right
What
woman.
is the number one industry in the world?
I don't care what you're saying. When sex has nothing, but sex has nothing to do with
Sex
the right
has everything
relationship.
to do with it.
You know what I'm saying? Sex has nothing to do with the right relationship. You
Okay.
have gone through many women
With the right relationship?
with the right the relationship that's for you.
Yes,
You have no, it don't.
Yes, it does.
No, it don't.
Yes, it does.
No.
You're a woman. You don't
Yes, it does.
like. You're gonna sit there and say no. It
I'm
doesn't.
telling
when
you, it does.
It's two men sitting there telling you.
It doesn't play the most important part. It's like I just said. She doesn't have to be the greatest sexual person that you ever been with. That's not what I'm saying. But it has to be. You see what I'm saying?
When you after being with so many women in your life,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
When you finally got to your wife, you
Yeah.
found something in her that you didn't
Yeah.
see in others. It was not the
Yeah.
sex.
It was the sex plus.
No, it-
See, there is
It was
in
not-
most
it
listen
just
in
was
most
not
most
the sex,
relationships.
right?
There's not a plus.
It's not just.
It's
It
not
was-
a
it
plus.
was-
There is
that's a
no
percentage.
plus.
It's not the if you
Yeah,
if
oh
you're
my
going
God.
solely over you having sex with her, then why did you marry her?
Because it's
'Cause
plus.
it's a percentage of it.
The plus.
That's a percentage of
The
it.
plus adds up.
Oh, I can't.
No, what
My
I'm
twin
saying
will be here
it.
on
No,
Friday.
look, I'm
so
saying
excited.
it. I'm saying it to say
The plus adds
it's
up. Who's your twin?
I only had one.
The only way for a man to be with a woman and stay with a woman, she has to satisfy him sexually. We all know this as
So
adults, right?
You don't know a man who didn't have sex with their woman before they got married.
Say that again.
You don't know.
Can you
of
talk
any
into the
men-
microphone?
You don't know of any men who have not had sex with their woman before they married.
I don't know of any men who didn't have sex with their woman before they're married that their marriage was successful. I don't know any like that. So I know people who have went in as a virgin and didn't chest their wife out, but I don't know any that were successful in their attempts at.
You know a few. Now I know a few.
Yeah, I don't know if they're successful. I don't know. But me personally, I believe you got to take the car out. You have to. You have to
test
check
drive
the tires. You got to go up under the hood. You got to check the caboose.
Right.
You got to check all these things about this car. Got to go through.
And whatever she doesn't do in the beginning, she might later on, do willingly. It doesn't have. I'm not saying. I'm saying
She
it's
doesn't have
plus.
to be-
Like
yes.
when a woman wants a man, there has to be a plus there. That's what every woman is talking about. I can't just take a man with basic. Right. Oh, you could just paint.
Right.
You can't paint, or you can't fix a doghouse too, or you can't take out the trash too, or there's multiple things that a man has to do to keep a woman happy, but yet there's not multiple things that a woman has to do to keep a man happy.
No.
So
that's
it's
not
the
true.
plus.
That's not true.
So
it's
the first
multiple
thing,
things that a woman has to do
so
to keep the man
the
happy.
first thing is
It depends
sex.
on what he wants.
It's not. That can't be the first thing.
Oh, it's absolutely
If
the
he
first
can't have
thing.
sex with you, he don't want you.
He can't stay with you.
He can't stay with you.
That's-
He's not
that's
going to
not-
want you.
that's
He's
not
not
He
going to
can't
accept you.
stay with you.
What?
That's
if
not
you
true.
don't, if you don't have enjoyable sex with your mate, you cannot
It's
stay
over.
with
So
her.
it was a question asked.
That makes no sense.
So
Let's poll
something-
everybody
They
today.
already asked it. They asked the
Who?
question: is sex the most important part of your relationship? A lot of people said no.
Right.
And
They're lying.
some people it's not the most important part.
It doesn't
it's just
have
horn dogs
to.
like
It
y'all
doesn't.
that
No,
makes it
it's not
the
horn
most
dogs like
important
y'all.
part.
I didn't say it was the most important part. I said it's an
He just
percentage.
said
He
it's-
said that. I didn't say that. I said it's a percentage.
So
It's
if I'm
important.
saying that sex was not the reason you married your wife.
It's one of the reasons. I wouldn't have married her if I wasn't satisfied with her sexually. How can I plan on spending the rest of my life with somebody when I know I'm not satisfied in a manner in which I need to be satisfied? How am I going to spend the rest of my life with her? That don't make no sense.
So what's the main reason that you married your wife?
The main reason?
Yes,
She's
the
my
number
she's
one-
my friend.
the number one reason.
She's my best friend. That's the number one reason.
All right, so sex wasn't the main reason you married your wife.
I never said it was.
I keep saying this, and you just keep saying it's one of the reasons. But I'm
Right.
saying, when you found her, you found something in her that was different from everybody else. Sex is given to everybody.
Right.
So you found something in her that was completely different. Her encouragement was different. Her embrace was different. She carried herself differently from all the other women who wanted to be your wife in life.
Okay.
That made you see her for what she was. Women don't know how to accept that with other women when they're saying they should have been his wife. You understand what I'm saying?
I said as a man. I can only speak as a man. I am a man. And I
No, you
can
got to
only
be a
speak-
woman.
And I can only speak from my
First
point
of
of view.
all,
And
you gotta
as
be a
man,
woman.
No, look,
Condescend
as
asshole.
a man.
That's not what I'm saying.
No, what I'm saying, I'm only giving you my point of view as a man.
But you can't give your point of view as a man. You got to
Thank
see it
you,
as a woman.
Dante,
I'm a guy.
It's a bonus, but it's not the main reason.
What Dante say?
He said it's a bonus. Sex is a
Dante
bonus.
corny
but
as shit.
It's
Don't
the
tell-
truth.
No, Dante has no.
Hold on,
Oh my
you're
God,
not.
Dante,
You're not
bro. You
listening.
have to be-
y'all not listening to
you have
me
to be-
because you're
I'm
so
listening.
quick to
Real, bro.
reply.
I'm listening.
What I'm saying is, you have 50 women that you have been with over a lifetime span.
Yes, right.
All these 50 women have wanted to be your lifetime
Yes.
partner.
No, they haven't.
Okay, whatever. Let's say for argument they
This
did.
man.
For the sake of argument, they
Thank you.
did. I'm following.
They
you.
all thought that this my soulmate.
Yes.
We're gonna do X, Y, and Z.
Yes.
All 50 women have given you sex.
Yes.
The 51st woman comes in and
I didn't
you see
enjoy it with all of them. let's get that off the top. I didn't enjoy it with all of them. So let's cut them out. We gotta cut them. We have to cut them out my list of prospects immediately.
But guess what? We said from the beginning,
Immediately.
it's a plus. It's a plus.
You never said it was a plus. You
I just said it was a plus.
If she's not,
bro,
you're
you
not
said
even
it's the
gonna.
main reason.
Do you
What
realize
does it goes in and out?
I said sex.
Nah,
I
for the
said,
most part, you do know
Y'all,
people.
you see, you're not listening.
Did anybody hear me say it's a plus?
Everybody is listening to reply and not listening to understand.
I understand exactly
I'm
where you're
not
coming
replying.
from. You're not,
I was
Tell me
asking
where
you
I'm
a
coming
question.
so you're coming from the fact that a man and a woman, right, can have sex, but the person that you ended up marrying gave you something else, right? Gave you something else to treasure them by, to want them by, and that's what I
Exactly.
said. It's a plus. So, but I'm saying, if we don't have sex, if the sex is not good,
We never
I'm
get
not
to the
marrying
plus.
you.
We
so
never
it's
get there.
sex off the bat. If that's the
Yeah, we
only
never
thing
get there.
that's the only thing that's stopping you from getting married is the fact that the sex was trash and it was whack. It's a wrap.
We don't
There is
even get
there
a
is
month
nothing else
in a
later on.
relationship.
You get some whack dick and the nigga pull out a ring and ask you to marry him. You
Not
gonna
even
marry
making
him?
sense. You're not even giving that dude the double back. He might get the double back, and if the second time was just as whack, he's done on your.
You
list.
gonna marry him?
You not doing nothing. Stop.
And you not and you don't
Stop.
you gonna marry him now?
Stop it.
You not gonna answer the question?
I'm not answering because that's not my question.
that's what I was saying.
The question was, did you find something different in her than you found? If you fucked off 50 people and you got to the 51st person and you fucked her, what made her different? It has to be something different in her. You saw something in her.
What you're telling me is it got to be something in her. What I'm trying to tell you, my answer as a man is, I came into a stage in my life where I was ready for that.
Oh my God.
That's where I came at. That's where I
12
landed.
minutes ago.
Yeah, that's where I landed. It didn't have nothing to do.
I got married when I was 23 years old.
Right. I was at a space where
You said
where
you
I
were
was
ready
with
at
that.
23.
I
feel like the you now would be a great husband to your wife. The you now, after you've already been through all of these things, all of these ups and downs in life, you would look at her with a different set of eyes. It's the same two eyes you've been viewing all.
I don't believe
all
you
life.
should get married young.
To what wife?
I don't.
To my ex-wife?
That's a bad
Or
move.
to a future wife?
To
a future
the
wife,
wife.
absolutely. Long as she don't lie. If she lie, I'm lying to her.
Oh my God, y'all just
And that's the
swear
basis
to
of this.
God,
That's
y'all
the
make
that's
me
the
wanna
top.
say
That's the
some
basis of
stuff
this
that
topic.
was
Don't
said.
lie. Do not lie. Is what it
Plus,
says.
I learned from
Don't lie.
them previous women.
Relationships
I
you
learned
have
from
learned,
them.
and
I
then
learned
when
from
you
them.
look, when you
What you
find,
learn from them?
when you
I learned
find
a lot.
that woman,
I learned
something different.
I learned like kind of like a template of what would work for me and what wouldn't, what I needed from a broad,
right,
and what I didn't need from them. Like through the line of dealing with different women in my life, that's what I learned. I learned what I needed from a woman and what I didn't need from her.
But you're not giving, and I get it, I understand it. But when we talked about sex to me becomes the most important thing in a relationship.
Okay.
To keep a relationship going, because you can have a connection with somebody and talk to people and have a great conversation with somebody and get some trash ass sex, and you're like, I'm not giving that no effort. I'm not going forward with that. Right?
I would say attraction, then sex.
Right.
Yeah.
You feel
Physical,
me? So
physical attraction and then sex.
And then sex. So you can
conversation. You got to be able to hold the conversation.
No, I'm saying I would be checking for the conversation after those first two.
The conversation is the very first thing.
Sex on the first night?
How she looked, huh?
You having sex on the first night?
I encourage women to have sex on the first night.
Hold on, talking about how do you talk to somebody without conversating with them and communicating with them?
Yeah, I encourage women to have sex on
I'm
the first
asking
night.
you
What
a
did say?
question. How are
Ask
you
me.
conversating with women if conversation isn't the first thing on your?
I mean, when I say conversation, I mean degrees of conversation. When you meet a person, like, are you digging deep into
Digging
the
their
levels?
conversation?
No, but
Are you? This is what I'm saying. Are you peeling onions back, or are you having
it's
a
just
tangible, like a wrap?
conversation? You gotta at least
feel
be
what I'm
able
saying?
I don't want sex on the first. Sex on the first night, you ain't a partner for me.
I mean,
I don't believe that.
I do.
I believe she.
I do because we ain't talked about nothing. Then we talk about and find out we don't like nothing in common. We don't know what
This
we
is
like.
cool.
But some people,
That's cool.
I don't think that
It would have to be an
goes the
all-day
same way
situation.
I don't think that goes the same way for everybody.
It will have to be an all day. Meaning, I met you 6 o'clock in the morning. We started talking, and we done talked about everything, and then it's 12 o'clock at night, and it's like, yo, shit, we might as well do this.
No,
it can't be a first time us beating in boots and bonnets and taking you home.
we rap.
I seen 5-year relationships off of that.
We rap
5
for a couple,
years.
We rap for a couple of hours.
It don't mean it was good.
Or have some drinks.
To me, Dante, I don't know if you gotta be politically correct on this on the morning meeting or whatever.
What?
But I thought we kept it a bean.
We do keep it a bean.
I seen people get married off of one night stands.
The
first night,
Yeah.
not a one night stand.
Yeah.
Just because you had sex on the first night doesn't mean you stop having conversations after that. It doesn't mean y'all didn't.
Right.
So it was like, woo, last night was crazy. Wanna go to dinner?
We got that part out the way, and we know we compatible in that way. Let's move on and check these other boxes. That's how I'm in with that,
you know
bro.
what, Anita?
And read that again. Read that again and make sure you understand what she's saying.
She said it can be easily developed. I can freaking understand.
Sex can be easily developed, right?
Yes, but to have the other thing. One thing about a woman that walks in a room that is different from all the other women that you have ever dealt with is she stands out. You never touched her, you never hugged her, you never kissed her, you never did nothing. But the way she carried herself made you look at her like, damn, where's she been? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that sex is not important. I'm not saying that sex. When you meet your wife, the person that you're supposed to spend your life with, you look at her as a wife, not as the next ass you about to tap. That's not how you look at it. You look at her as a wife. You may be going to screw her, but you're not just trying to. It's not just about that.
No,
it's about getting to know her. I really want to know what she like.
So many of us talk about this thing called marriage, and so many of us yet have not mastered it. So many of us stumble through it and try to make our way through it.
Yeah.
I know I stumbled through it, right? I know what for me makes getting to know somebody and spending time with somebody enjoyable, right? Because 9 times out of 10 we're going to argue, we're going to fuss, we're going to fight, but is the sex good enough for me to stick around?
Yeah.
Or do I enjoy this moment that I have with you to take all of your bullshit? Because everybody has bullshit.
I don't see how a woman would not think that shit is important.
Right. So
that's what a man is really going to slide.
So
on.
when a
He's
motherfucker can't get you there,
Never, Dante. It will never be mastered.
Marriage can be mastered.
So being married for how many years you were married?
Right.
What was the longest that y'all went without having sex, living in the same house?
When her period was on, 4 days.
6 months for me.
Living in the same house.
Living in the same house.
Exactly.
Or without sex. Are you still married?
Yeah. 6 months for me. 6 months. That's it.
Okay.
If that's what you're here for, then you should have been left. 6 months for me was the longest that we went without sex. 6 whole months.
Yeah, he boss player. I gotta give him his credit. I gotta get that
6
player.
months.
I gotta get that player his credit because he was in jail. He wasn't getting no ass.
That's
and
not
he
true.
and he had to deal with your shit without getting no ass. Like
You
he was
don't-
in jail.
You don't wake up every day and say, yeah, I'm gonna have sex with my partner. Some days it's a bad day.
Not 6 months of them.
Listen, it was a choice of mine, but some day was a bad day.
Not 6 months.
It wasn't. You can't say that. You don't know what I was going through. As a matter of fact, I was going through postpartum depression.
I'm gonna need you.
Hold on.
Okay.
Right.
I was
Explain
going through postpartum depression.
Right.
That was the first phase of it. The second phase. No, I was trying to manage being a mom of multiple children at one time, which was my twins. I was trying to manage being a new mom all over again after a long break. Then postpartum depression set in, which lasted longer than I ever thought it could last. I thought postpartum depression was like a 2-week, 3-week period.
Right.
Did he step out during that 6 months? I think that was probably the only time he didn't think that it was something going on where he had to step out of our marriage.
Okay.
No. So the 6 months, I just was like, I didn't feel like myself. My body didn't go right back to what it was. I didn't see myself as a beautiful woman. I didn't see myself as the woman that should have been his wife. But he had to understand that he held me more in 6 months than he held me in 12 years. You understand what I'm saying? So at that time, it was something
So you
wrong.
put a scenario in there that would make a man not want to have sex with you because he knows what you're going through. You're talking about a
He didn't know what I was going through.
Guess what? He knew.
No, he. Oh on.
All right.
Now,
He
go
di-
ahead.
Okay, he didn't know he was trying. So
did-
he wasn't trying to have sex with you at all. He didn't come on to you at all.
No,
you were
it
depressed. You
wasn't-
were
it
going through
wasn't-
everything
it
you were
wasn't
going through, and he didn't know.
It wasn't where he had to be like, "Are you okay?" or nothing. It was just that probably by the time he came home from work, I was already in the bed half asleep because I had been running with these twins. That
You
was
know,
the
you
most
just had kids,
That, he
and
still,
these children are number what and what? Your twins are number what and what? 5 and 6, or 6 and 7.
6 and 7.
I'm not trying to have sex with you either. Every
That's
time I
not-
touch
that's
you,
not
some
true.
babies pop out. I'm good.
That's not true. And the joke in it right there didn't fit. That's not true. Because after it just
How you
didn't.
gonna tell a man that the joke don't fit?
Because it did.
We got 6 and 7 kids. I'm not thinking about no sex.
Nah,
I'm thinking
6
about
months
paying
I'm
these
going to
fucking
have to
bills and
work
buying a
and
fucking
see,
t-shirt.
and-
I gotta buy newborn sneakers and diapers times 2.
And guess what, Dante? If he had chose to have sex with somebody else, I probably wouldn't have even noticed because I didn't know that I was going through postpartum depression until the last month of my depression. I didn't know any of that. Trying to get life back, and then not only that, one of my twins my son had a stroke, so I was going back and forth to child. I was doing a lot, so it was either you're supporting me at this time.
This is a big scenario, so I can understand where you at, where you didn't have sex for 6 months and he was cool with it. Like I can
definitely see that.
In this scenario
But
you talking
fuck
about.
that scenario.
But
We not in this scenario.
We not
We in
on
a-
that.
We in a
one.
regular
We
scenario.
in a
of
regular
relationship.
scenario.
You better give me that
You
pussy
can't-
after you done bleeding.
You gonna get that hole up. You
Get
gonna
that hole up.
You gonna get that hole up.
And if you don't, you're doing something.
You're gonna get that hole up.
Well,
I've told you before, bro. I am a firm
relationships now, they
believer.
live in separate rooms.
If a woman on her period and it then stretched on long, and she won't give you no head or nothing, she's selfish. That's a selfish bitch right there, bro. Like real rap, she's selfish, man. Like seriously, man.
Oh,
Real rap.
I think it's
she's
an age.
selfish,
I think it's
bro.
an age thing too.
She's
right?
selfish, man.
Age is definitely something.
Age
is definitely a
It's an
great-
age thing too.
I used to live by that motto.
No, you selfish.
It's not his fault. It's mine. Let me fix this. That's how it's not his fault that I have to have a cycle every month. So I have to still be there for him.
Yes.
But the understanding part is this happens every month.
Yes.
So she might not like cramps and things like that. Ovulation hurts.
But y'all,
People
your
don't
horniest
understand.
when y'all bleed.
It still hurts. Though.
Here you
like,
go
you don't
grinding all on
understand.
me and all that
Right.
shit while I'm in the bed.
Get that shit
bro.
away from me.
But you don't want to reach around.
I'm
You don't want to
bleeding.
go down.
Well, you better
selfish.
get over here and
Yeah, you
yeah.
selfish. You selfish.
Yeah.
You the selfish, bro.
Oh no, not just for anything like, or a man being insensitive. I agree with that.
I know you agree with Miss Anita saying
It is-
that he
it
being
is-
insensitive. They never take
No,
a man.
hold up,
Listen,
hold up. I didn't
bro,
say. I
bro,
just said I used to live by that.
Bro, women never take a man's
Oh, you said the
feelings
longest.
into
You did say the
consideration.
longest.
That was the longest, 6 months. That's
So I
all.
can't say between the period because I'm thinking about my kids. I'm like, oh shit, I went 6 weeks.
Yeah,
I wait.
yeah,
I
yeah.
wait the 6
Yeah,
weeks
after the baby.
After
Yeah,
the
and
baby.
all that.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like, you know,
Laying
But see,
down.
when I was in jail.
But see, these is forced. These is
Go ahead,
forced joints.
Dante.
What'd he say?
Lay the towel down.
Lay the towel down.
Get in the shower.
But this is what I'm saying. You being selfish. Yeah.
People- no.
Well, I don't want to lay this out now, and I'm really not riding that wave. Like I'm cool
Never?
on that. What?
Never.
Ever?
Wow, that's hard.
Ever?
That's hard. That's hard.
Ever?
My girlfriend had a motto: if you can walk through mud, you can.
Fuck his blood.
Guess what? That don't even make sense. It rhymes. It sounds like a good rap bar, but I'm not even with that. Bro. Fuck you. I would rather walk through the mud on my hands than do some shit like that.
My girlfriend used to say that. She's like, shit, if he can walk through mud, he can. I used to be like, what?
Yeah, that's nasty.
It took me a long time to catch on to what she was
I
saying.
really don't like it. I don't
But you know that's especially when you.
It's not beautiful.
when you do it without a condom.
It's not beautiful.
That's where them bacterial infections and all that shit come from. Because you got to think about what she's displaying or she's letting go.
This the part of the conversation where I
always gotta grow up. They always come at
No,
me
they said
crazy.
they told me to grow up earlier when I
no,
said
they
sex is the
always
most
tell me-
important part. I just feel like
Bro,
sex is the most
I am
important part of
growing
a
up.
relationship.
It is not. It is not a rite of
so
passage.
How old are you?
I'm 41.
How old are you?
I'm 43.
So what happens when sex can't be the most important part of
I
the
pop a
relationship?
Viagra.
First of all, they don't always work.
Shit.
They don't.
Something wrong with you.
No.
You talking to him? Go ahead.
No,
Not just talking
I'm
to me.
talking to the both of y'all. So
all
what
right.
happens when that can't be the most
Then
important
she got to
part?
put it in her mouth.
What happens when that can't be the most important part?
Then I'm cutting it off and I'm dying.
That's sad.
It's not sad.
That's when he means grow up. That's
What do
when
you mean? That's what he means, bro.
sex
If
is
his
not the
thing
most
don't get
important.
hard, listen, he's gonna go to every.
I never
Red
said
light
it
if
was
I'm
the.
speeding. I ain't fooling with y'all.
I never said, you feel me, that it's the most important thing. I'm saying that it's important, and it's very important, because we're not even going to get to the second stage of our relationship if the sex is whack.
If the sex is whack,
We're not even going to get to the second stage.
Now, when I was younger, when
We're
you're
not.
younger, you don't care.
We're
But
not. This
if
is a
we're both
determining
43
factor in
years
our
old,
relationship
Jabri,
moving
did you
forward.
just say facts?
yes,
Wow.
ain't no sense in slowing down.
I'm done.
You gonna tear your brakes up.
I would never think that about him.
You'll
Wow.
never think that. Yeah, see?
No.
Yeah.
Because he's not that type of man. Like
What type
I
of
don't-
man is that?
That I feel like would run a red light.
You just said he running a red light. And
It's
he hit
definitely not important.
He said when y'all hit 50, you'll understand more.
Listen,
Understand what more?
Dante said it's definitely important. What's definitely important?
What's definitely important?
It's definitely not.
We got to be
important.
talking about the sex. It got to be.
You can't say that that's the most important part.
No, it's very
It's definitely important, but it's not the
So
most
what
important part.
happens when you
I'm not-
you don't work?
As-
Diabetes causes you not to work.
I don't have diabetes.
High blood pressure causes you not to
I don't-
work.
I have high
medication-
blood pressure.
The medication that they give causes your
And that's why I stopped
Right,
taking my shit.
Right. And see, what you're describing is a man that has a malfunctioning apparatus.
Right.
I am not one
Well,
of those
Drew.
men. So I'm in the percentage that needs some sex, man. We not doing nothing like that. If that shit whack, we not ever gonna get in a relationship.
And that's
It's
really all.
impossible.
You're saying whack sex, but what I'm saying is, all right, you have a person that's good sex. That
Okay.
has good sex, right?
Now that's gonna keep me
So-
around to find out about her.
So what happens when sex?
And then I might
can't-
find out
sex can't
about
be
it.
the most important part, because what happens when your parts stop working?
I just
Well, see,
told
we
you,
done built the
we passed
relationship.
that stage already.
Right. We done built
This
the
is
relationship.
beginning. In the beginning, that's the most important thing.
No?
It's the only thing that's going to get me to the
Are we
next stage of the
compatible
relationship.
sexually? Then when we get 50 and 55 and 60, we ain't worried about
Like
sex
who
no
go
more.
on who go on dates for 3 months, bro, without having sex with
That's
chicks?
a nice way of putting it.
Who
Mr.
do
Lee.
that?
Can we agree? I gotta ask. Can we agree that it's important, just not the most important part? Turned into GI.
Malfunctioning apparatus.
Yeah, man, you understand? You understand me, Stanley? A malfunctioning apparatus, man. You
Listen,
understand?
I don't know. I just think that it has to be more to it. I think that once you get past the physical attraction of a person, the next thing has to be great conversation.
Of course it
and,
does.
And then it has to. I have to.
Of course it
I don't
does.
know. It's
Exactly.
something about being able to stand next to you or something like. If I can't stand next to you and I'm not stand behind you, not stand in front of you, it's something about that. Great sex is great sex.
What you mean stand next to me and not stand behind me?
You
or
got to
stand in front of
compliment me as I compliment you.
Okay. I guess.
So you're not going to stand behind him?
It's
That's what
support,
you
yeah.
saying?
But
so I'm not
this is
understanding.
further down the line. I'm talking about I don't want to walk behind you because I'm embarrassed by how you look, or I don't want to walk in front of you acting as if I'm not with you. I want to, if I feel as though like it's a lot that comes with, if I feel as though like you are somebody to me or somebody I want to have something with, I will come and stand. Like I want to stand by you. I have to be able to do that. I don't want somebody who I'm looking at like, yeah, that's a flaw for me.
Yeah, I
No.
can see that. I can see that. I understand that.
Okay.
I don't know. I just feel like when you find your woman, when you find your mate, like the way her aura is something completely different, and it doesn't become.
I guess.
Sex is not the main thing.
I guess. I don't know. I guess. I mean, I'm a man. I'm a man, so I can only tell you a man's perspective,
Right.
a straight man's
Right.
perspective. And
Right.
as a straight man's perspective, the first thing that I'm involved with is
GL,
how,
you just told
is
me
how
a
she
man.
look.
You just told me a man that has sex with a man and a woman is not gay.
Say that again.
You just told me a man that has sex with a man and a woman is not gay. That's
Hold
what
up, that's what we doing now? We bringing
Yeah,
conversations
because
off the
you-
air,
so
on
you
air
don't get to
now,
say
so she
that.
gonna just shoot at me like that? Like
A man that has sex with a man and a woman?
It's
me
not
and her was
At the
having
same time?
Me and her was having
No,
a
not at the same
conversation.
time.
No.
So, hold
See,
on.
she take it. See, you can't do that. She
Yeah.
brought this up and took it out of context. So now it
Go ahead,
sound,
yeah,
now
yeah,
it
yeah.
sound
Now you have to
crazy.
defend it.
The shit sound crazy.
It definitely
Gio
sounds
said
crazy.
If a guy have a man and a woman, he ain't like no. This Gio don't have men. So let's get that.
No,
out
no,
there
no,
off the
not-
top.
not-
No, I'm
no,
not
oh,
saying.
I hope nobody
no,
told
right.
me to
I don't
take
want
that
them to think that was the conversation. No, but the conversation was this. She asked me if a dude.
Dante said what?
Right,
She
that's what I'm
said-
trying to hear.
Nah, look, she said if a dude have sex with dudes
And
and he have sex with women, Is he gay? She asked me, is he gay?
And your answer is?
My answer was no.
And why?
Because gay people, in my estimation, homosexuals, that's who are gay people.
Right.
Homosexuals only like the same thing. Gay men only like gay men. So they don't want no woman.
So hold on, time out.
Yeah. You can say he did a perverted act. You can say the man did gay acts and all that. But how can he be completely gay if he's laying with women?
So what you're saying to me is he's not gay because he still has sex with women.
He still has relations with women. Dealings with like in a sexual manner, bro.
Okay. Right.
Homosexuals have sex with the same sex, bro.
Right.
Okay.
Exclusively.
Exclusively. So he's bi.
He's one of those letters y'all talking about. But to classify him as a homosexual.
LGBT. Oh, they do that big.
Right. Okay. To classify him as a homosexual is false by the name of homosexual. Homosexual means you only want the same sex, bro.
Okay.
That's what it means. So
whatever you say.
No, that's what it say.
You know what's crazy? Because I've never heard a man ever
say something like that.
Say that. They say once a man touches a man, they consider him to be.
I mean, they can say whatever they want.
So when he's in the process of messing with a man, what is he?
He's doing some freaky shit, bro.
He's bisexual.
He's doing some freaky shit, bro. But at the same time,
He's doing some freaky shit,
bro. A homosexual man does not want a woman, bro.
At all.
He doesn't want a woman at all. A thought of him being on a woman repulses him. I know homosexual men. They feel like that. If you don't feel like that, you're not gay.
LGBT ain't got a G in it, but it do.
If you don't feel like that, you're not gay. If you don't feel repulsed sexually, because see, I'm straight. I feel repulsed sexually of the thought of another man touching me like that. You see what I'm saying? I'm repulsed.
Right.
Because I'm straight.
Right.
If you're gay, you're going to be repulsed by the opposite sex.
A woman touch you. And that's why they be like, that fish.
Right. You're going to be repulsed.
Yeah.
So if you're not repulsed by it, you're not gay. Like, the fuck? Like, come on, man. Stop playing.
So even if he's a bisexual.
He's Freaky Jason.
He's Freaky Jason, man. Like, what?
So even if he's bisexual, the fact that he touched a man, you don't think, the fact that one man touched another man?
I mean, you just said it in the language bi. Bi meaning two. It meaning going both ways. It means you indulge in both things. Homosexual means one way. You only like the same sex. Straight mean you like the opposite sex. These are the definitions of these words. If you going to use them
ain't
on
homo,
people,
but he's still gay.
Yeah, he doing some gay shit. Nah, you know what I mean? But yeah, if you going to use these words, use them accurately. You know what I mean? Don't put a label, because women good for calling a man gay. You know what I mean? Be like, yeah, nigga gay. You know what I'm saying?
I'm inclined to agree with that.
Yeah, they quick to do that, bro.
Because I'm inclined to.
Yeah,
like, hey.
Yeah, they quick, bro.
I'm inclined. Listen, I'll attempt to check a temperature in a heartbeat. If you gonna let me, we got issues.
Yeah,
huh?
Yeah, I attempt to check a temperature.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yep.
What do you mean?
She's sticking a finger in your butt.
See, I thought that's what she meant, but I thought she was trying to go over my head. I thought that's what she meant. I thought it was some.
Have to go to the hairdresser.
I thought that was some other shit, bro. Like,
CMPRadio.net, man. It's 12:49. We done went well past our time. I want to tell everybody, man, thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you tune in this Wednesday when we sit here and we talk about
the thermometer,
the drowned cities of America, the cultural. It's something going on. I'm trying to find that shit because the white people been talking about it.
The agricultural.
No, the cultural racial tensions. Or the CRT. CRT is what they call it, and whether they should teach it in schools and all this good stuff. We're going to talk about all that. We're going to talk about all that on Wednesday, and I'm sure by Wednesday, somebody has done something completely out of the way.
Dante, don't.
It's CMPRadio.net, man. It's the morning meeting. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. We're out of here, man.
How you do that there? New Orleans, Baton Rouge. How you do that there? Lafayette, Lake Charles. How you do that there? Shreveport, Mississippi. How you do that there?